back Jason Dyer, another running back, Dan Franklin the third, and their kicker, Hagen Diaz. So a lot of names to pay attention to here for Barnstable. We will see how Milford can rebound here today. But Milford, they do have a few injuries here today, Dylan.
Yeah, they do. Jason Stokes is out, as he has been for a little bit. And then a couple injuries seems like they were picked up in last week's matchup. Tyler Stewart, the kicker for Milford, haven't seen him out there. It did look like in that first half, maybe after the field goal block, he got hurt. And then we see Fraunfelter is also out. He had a huge interception in the game right at the end of the first half. His helmet came off. He landed pretty hard. He looked a little shooken up. I mean, I don't want to speculate too much, but It seemed probably a concussion is the case for him, which is tough. And the one thing that this young Milford team didn't need was injuries.
Well, we were looking at the warm-ups for the backup kicker, Morello Machado, for Milford. It appears right now, Dylan, that he's going to do the kicking, and he looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looks solid enough. I mean, obviously, when you bring in a guy who's just strictly a kicker, you feel a little more confident about that, right? That's what they focus on.
Right.
They can hit some kicks, but then when you bring another guy in, you really just want them to be able to hit the extra point. He looks like he's very serviceable as a kicker for hitting extra points. We'll see how he looks kicking off from the tee, though.
Yeah, from what I could see, Dylan, it looked like he was kicking upwards of 40 yards, so a decent backup to say the very, very least. What are some names that you're paying attention to here for Milford? Obviously, you were there last week. Stokes was out. So what are some names that we should be paying attention to other than Buentello?
Yeah, obviously, you want to be looking at Eli Rosenberg, a wide receiver who had a couple of times where he was solely relied on for 3 or 4 straight targets. He seems like the guy that they look to go for when they need to get the first down. I think he had 2 times where on third and about medium, he was the guy that they were looking for to convert right there. And I think another guy you want to look at is Jackson Finnemore. He had a huge catch that he got right on this near side, before the first half ended, and turned around and made something happen. So those are the 2 guys specifically in the pass game. I know this Milford team is going to want to get stuff going in the run game, but if they can get some passing going, it might open up the lanes for Buentello.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the game time and temp, brought to you by All Temps Systems. Is this the first time all season that we've actually had football weather?
I would say so, because last week was definitely not what I like for football weather. It was very hot.
So tonight it looks like it's going to be right around 63, 60-ish degrees. Right now it's currently 63, feels like 57. The kickoff is at 6:30, so we're just about 6 minutes until that happens. It looks like the referees right now are lined up at midfield as Barnstable storms out of their helmet.
Yeah, they got a big helmet over there. I don't think I've ever seen a high school team with that before.
Yeah, I think that's a first for me as well. They got the American flag. They got the big Barnstable flag as well, as Milford is lined up just watching everything. Vinny Lacerbo playing catch with his partner, who is number 20, Logan Snadden. Those 2 just playing catch back and forth right now. We're about 5.5 minutes away from game time. As Barnstable, it looks like they're ready to go. They are arm in arm right now along the sideline as the captains appear to be ready to walk out, and they will. Some of the captains for Barnstable, it appears to be number 8, Jason Dyer, number 50. Bear with me for a second here. Number 50, Ronell Armstrong, number 51, Davari Hunter, and number 2, I believe, Kyle Coffin. For Milford going out there is, I believe, number 42. That is Dylan Burns, and number 70, Ryan Burns.
Get the brothers out there together, right?
Both teams shake hands at midfield, and we are just about ready for the coin flip here at Barnstable High School. It's a beautiful venue, beautiful high school. It's a big high school. As the referee looks at both teams, discusses what's heads and what's tails. It's pretty self-explanatory, Dylan.
Why is the coin flip?
Looks like Barnstable might have won the toss here, and they elect to receive. So Barnstable did win the toss and elected to receive. Milford will kick, going from right to left. Just about 3 or so, give or take, minutes before we're ready to go for Week 5 action, as Milford now joins right near the Barnstable logo. Barnstable backpedaling back to their sideline. Let's go to the embroidery bar. Colors of the game. Barnstable and Milford very, very similar in designs. Barnstable with the white helmet, red stripe over the middle. They have a red jersey with white numbers, and they have white pants. Milford, white, white, and white. White helmets, white jerseys, white pants, red trim. As we get to the national anthem here on MyFM 101.3.
Fans, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, being performed tonight by your very own Barnstable High School Marching Band.
Nicely done by the Barnstable Marching Band. We are just about ready to go. If you're just tuning in, Joe Rice, Dylan Patemry here at Barnstable High School for Week 5 action. 12 fresh ones on the clock. We haven't started just yet. Milford will be kicking from right to left when we go underway. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Milford Hardwood. Again, tonight's game time and temperature, 63 degrees here in Hyannis. It's currently 6:30, we'll call it, and it feels like 56 degrees, so it's a little bit cooler than what we expected. And again, tonight's game time and temperature is brought to you by All Temp Systems, delivering the highest level of comfort and heating.
Oh, Joe, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. It's been a while.
Oh, we got the moon right in front of us as well.
Got a big game. Obviously, these two teams are very, very close in the power rankings, Dylan. Barnstable is 6th in Division 3. Milford is 5th. So this should be a very, very even game. As it looks like we have a new kicker here for Milford.
Finnemore.
It's Jackson Finnemore.
He did do some of the kicking off the tee when Stewart was out last week, so that's not surprising.
So Jackson Finnemore will kick deep to start this game, again, going from right to left. He points to his sideline. Now he looks over towards the Barnstable sideline and kicks it. And it'll be delivered right around the 22-yard line, where Barnstable looks to return. Milford meets him quickly and brings him down right around the 25-yard line. And that's where Barnstable will take over for their first possession of Week 5.
Yeah, it looked like that was Dan Franklin, who was in the second line of the kickoff returners. Came up a little short, and actually it got some height to it, though, on that. So it allowed the Milford special teams to get downfield and not really allow too much of a return right there.
Yeah, good hang time right there from Finnemore. Maybe he found himself a job.
Yeah, and it could be. We'll see how long Tyler Stewart's out.
We'll see how long Stewart's out. We'll see how Barnstable lines up on their first play on offense. It appears that they're going to be in the shotgun, as it looks like Coffin will be lined up in the gun, and he'll snap it, fake the pitch, throw it directly over the middle, and it's sailed. It was a decent, if it was a decent throw, James Barnacle, number 1, Might have had some space.
Yeah, I mean, he was the only receiver downfield looking for it. It was 1v1 coverage on him right there was Rodriguez. Luckily, it was a little overthrown. Kind of had majority of the Milford team thinking that pitch was coming.
2nd down, 10 to go. Barnstable currently in the huddle. Milford kind of just standing around, floating, if you will. Ball on the 25-yard line of their own. Again, shotgun formation, running back to his hip, puts 2 men in motion. They'll go from left to right, and now they'll hand off. And taking the handoff is Barnstable. They'll get around the 31-yard line on the handoff. It looked like it was Jason Dyer.
Yeah, decent run there from Dyer to make 3rd down more manageable. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 4. Flip to the opposite hash now.
3rd down, 4 to go based on the scoreboard. 11:30 to go here in the first as time continues to tick. Ball on the 31.
Yeah, the last 2 games I was at covering went really quick because both teams were running the ball constantly. We'll see how this one looks.
So again, Coffin in the shotgun, puts it again, 2 men in motion. Looks like a very similar play and design to what it was before. Now an extra motion from Barnstable. Now it's a kick to the left side. The quarterback keeps, and it looks like he'll pick up the 1st down. He'll get just enough.
Yeah, I was getting somewhat of a scouting report before the game from the PA announcer right here, giving me, we were trading back and forth to help each other out. He said Coffin is a kind of do-it-all type of quarterback, so don't be surprised to see a lot more plays drawn up for him to run.
Another gain of 6, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Redhawks. 10:40 to play in the first. Lots of movement at the line so far early on.
Lots indeed. Another guy in motion again.
So they continue to move people around, and now I think they might have moved too much.
Well, I think they had an extra man on the field.
Okay.
I think that was the problem. Number 4 wasn't actually in motion. He was running off the field.
So if he wasn't in motion, I don't know. Maybe they got away with it. All right, so it looks like they're going to have to back up here 5 yards.
Yeah, that should have probably been clocked a little sooner.
Yeah. Like I said, I think he might have outed himself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I saw there's already been so much movement for this Barnstable team right now.
So 1st and 15 after the penalty. Time continues to tick down. We're past 10:30 to play in the first. Pistol formation this time for the Redhawks. Some hard counts from Barnstable. Now some audibles. 1 receiver on the near sideline, 1 on the far sideline. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it to the running back. Kicking up the field, and he's got a hole to the 50, to the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Will it be caught? No. Touchdown, Barnstable. A 68-yard score just 2 minutes in.
Well, if there was one thing Milford didn't need, it was exactly that. That's what they saw last week against Natick, able to explode for huge gains. Just a giant hole, untouched was Dyer, and a big touchdown early.
So on 1st and 15, right after the penalty, Jason Dyer takes it the distance. Those big plays have been an issue of late for Milford.
That was a 68-yard touchdown run by
Now lining up for the extra point is Barnstable. 9:59 to go on the clock. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and it's good. So it's 7-0 Barnstable, 2:01 into the game. When we come back, we will see what Milford can do in Week 5 on MyFM 101.3.
This is Paul Serpine. If you're a regular MyFM listener, you know me as the voice of Claflin Hill Symphony Orchestra, the guy who gets to stand in front of some of the best musicians in the region, wave a stick at them, and magically amazing music pours out. When I'm in front of our orchestra, I'm in my element. But when I'm in front of my oil burner at 4:30 in the morning with no heat, I'm as useful as a 6-month-old baby. I made a call to Jeffrey Mushnick and his orchestra over at Medway Oil and Propane, and what a performance by Jeffrey and his skilled technicians. Medway Oil and Propane.
Back here at Barnstable High School, Hagen Diaz is going to kick it deep, going from left to right. 2 minutes into this game, and the Redhawks have a 7-0 lead on their first possession as this kick is lined down to about the 15. It's caught on a bounce by Milford. Gets past the 20 to the 25, where he's stacked up right around the 27, we'll call it.
Yeah, not an awful return, not the greatest. Getting decent field position here was Finnemore for Milford.
So Barnstable with a huge statement here to start the game. These two teams right next to each other in the standings, like I said in the pregame show. Barnstable is currently 6th in Division 3. Milford is 5th in Division 3. Barnstable has scored a boatload of points in their first 3 games of the season, and they scored within 2.5 minutes. They scored actually in 2 minutes exactly, basically. As Milford looks to throw quickly, and it might be a double pass. It is! Right down the middle to the 50. It's completed. So Milford quickly into Barnstable territory as it goes down to about the 47.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. Throws it backwards. As soon as I saw Lisserbro lining up for Finnemore behind him, Dylan Burns was all the way down the field, a little trickery to get Milford going and try and swing the momentum towards their own way.
So Dylan Burns on the completion. 9:20 to go here in the first. One play, and Milford is quickly in Barnstable territory. 1st and 10 from the 47 again. 2 running backs next to Lisserbro in the shotgun. Lisserbro snaps it, fakes one way, gives it to the other running back, and I believe that's Buentello who pushes up to around the 41-yard line.
Yeah, so it looks like Rosenberg was lined up as one of the halfbacks as well. We saw him a couple times in the backfield last week. Didn't really get any carries, but this time it's Buentello who's the lead back right now for this team, able to explode and get a good carry on his first time.
Lisserbro gets the call from Coach Olson, sprints back to the huddle. Now he'll call the play. They break huddle. There will be, again, 2 running backs beside Lisserbro at both hips in the shotgun. 1 receiver towards the Milford sideline, 1 receiver towards the Barnstable sideline. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to Rosenberg. And he's tripped up quickly. Might have even lost a yard along that right side of the offensive line.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to try and run that play towards the sideline on the far side. And just ultimately it was the defensive line of Barnstable that was able to push back and leave no room. Tried cutting up field, but got tripped up maybe by one of his own offensive linemen.
Under 8 to play here in the first quarter at 7-0 Barnstable. 3rd and 4 for Milford. They are in Barnstable territory. They've run 3 plays so far. 1 was a double pass. 2 were handoffs. Milford breaks huddle. Lisserbro again in the shotgun. 1 receiver on the Barnstable sideline. 1 receiver on the Milford, along the Milford sideline. Again, 2 running backs at each hip. Some movement early on, and they're going to call it here.
Yeah, that looked like on the far side it was Dionisio Rodriguez, who looked like he went a little early as the wide receiver. I think the initial call was for Buentello to go in motion, and then the next one would have been for the snap of the ball. So just some miscommunication back there, but it's going to make it a tougher 3rd down here.
Yeah, what was 3rd and 4, now 3rd and 9. So we will see if they run a similar play or if they're going to change their approach. It looked like it was going to be another handoff that time.
Yeah, there was a chance they were going to do that to maybe set up that they were going to go for it on 4th down regardless.
Could still do it.
You
I
could
mean,
still.
It's still possible.
New
They're still in
formation
plus
now.
territory. New formation, 2 receivers on, excuse me, near the Barnstable sideline, 1 near the Milford sideline, 1 running back to Lisserbro. He fakes the handoff. He's under pressure. He throws on the run, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Barnstable to the 40 of their own, down to the 45. A huge turnover to get things going for Milford. Lisserbro throwing on the run, and it's intercepted by Logan Strunk.
Yeah, I mean, just not the greatest of decisions right there from Lisserbro. Running towards the near side, having to throw across his body, jumped as he threw it, just never really had good control on that throw and was just hoping for the best. And instead, now it's going to be a turnover right at the 45-yard line for Barnstable, looking to add on to their lead.
Yeah, it just looked like Lisserbro didn't see him at all.
No, yeah, I don't think he did. And again, we saw this a little bit last week, and I talked a little bit about this, and Lisserbro trying to do a lot for this team and try and carry. And it can happen a lot with younger players who they want to impress. They want to do everything for this team and show that they want this position as the leader. But sometimes just throwing the ball away or just going down is the better play.
Pistol formation here for Barnstable as we get back to action. Here's the snap to Coffin. He'll pitch it one way. Now it's a reverse, and they'll throw it all the way back to Coffin. There's a man wide open down the field on a trick play. It's complete. It is caught by Barnstable down to about the 26-yard line. Well, it looked like they were going to pitch it one way at a reverse, and then they pitch it back to Coffin, who throws it all the way down the field.
Yeah, it was the double reverse flea flicker right there to find Dylan Hamilton downfield. Well, Barnstable said, well, if you're going to pull out your trick play, we're going to pull out ours. And now they're already down close to the red zone.
They are at the 21-yard line according to the scoreboard here. 6:20 to play in the first quarter. Coffin in the pistol formation as they quickly get to the line. They're going to hand it off to the running back. And that is the elusive running back, Dyer, who pushes close to that first down marker.
Yeah, really good job by the offensive line right there. Created a nice hole, but a good job from Dyer as well. You could see he was really patient. He skipped through the first hole, saw a blocker right in front of him, then shuffled right to get right close to the first down marker.
Milford's going to regroup here. 5:58 to play in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Barnstable, and they're in the red zone. They take a timeout on MyFM 101.3.
In the heart of Mendon, a world of luxury awaits. At Wink Salon and Spa, every visit is a moment of indulgence, designed just for you. From rejuvenating facials and soothing massages to expert hairstyling and wellness treatments, our experienced staff is here to evaluate your self-care routine. Whether you're prepping for a special event or simply craving calm, Wink Salon and Spa has got you covered. Visit winksalonspa.com or call today to book your appointment. Wink Salon and Spa, Mendon's premier beauty destination.
Back here at Barnstable High School, 5:58 on the clock. Barnstable already seeming to be dominating this game early on as they are up 7-0 and they're already in the red zone yet again. 2nd and 1 from the 17. And they're going to hand it off right up the middle. And it didn't look like he got really much of anything. Again, close to that first down marker, though. Jason Dyer on the handoff.
Yeah, Coffin was really waiting till just the last second to finally hand it off to Dyer. Probably would have been better to take it himself. They're getting to the line quick here.
Yeah, it looks like it could be some sort of tush-push situation here, Dylan, as they quickly get to the line, and they're going to sneak the ball. Coffin pushes forwards, and he probably got that based on my vantage point.
Yeah, he did. He got about a yard past the first down marker.
So a nice job to just bury his head and get past what he needed to get. So first down and 10 for Barnstable.
Update around the league. Franklin is currently up 15-0 over Algonquin.
It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 13-ish.
I think it's on the 11.
Okay, we'll call it the 11.
It's hard from this angle.
Yeah, it is a little bit difficult.
You should have seen last week how difficult it was. On top of the shipping container.
Under 5 to play here in the first. Shotgun formation here for Barnstable. Another man in motion. That man goes along the Barnstable sideline. And Coffin's just going to run with this football as he kicks along the right side, pushes forwards, and might have gotten a couple yards.
Yeah, it looks like he got about 2 yards, maybe at the 9-yard line. Again, it was a designed run play for him towards the near side, which had more space. And he got the blockers out there, but Milford did a good job shifting over and getting numbers to not allow a big hole for him to run through.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 9-yard line, according to the scoreboard. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Barnstable breaks huddle. Got one receiver towards the Milford sideline, one receiver towards the Barnstable sideline. 2 running backs by Coffin. Coffin's going to hand it off to the running back directly behind him, and he's going to push forward to about the 6-yard line. It was Dyer again. Nice stand right there from Milford.
Yeah, good job doing exactly what they needed. You know, you can give them a yard or two, but other than that, they now set up for a 3rd down here.
So it should be 3rd and about 6, we'll call it.
Something like that.
Tell you what, that pizza looks good. Someone just got a pizza delivered right behind us. It looks good.
I was trying to just wave them off because we were on the air.
Yeah.
I will accept a pizza, but
I'll gladly take a pizza. All right, we'll call it 3rd and 5 because that's what the scoreboard says. 3rd and 5 from the 6-yard line. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. 3 receivers near the Milford sideline. Now a man goes in motion. Coffin's going to hand it off straight up the middle. Pushing forwards is Barnstable. Does he get in? No signal yet, and now they're going to mark him down a little bit short. The handoff was to Daniel Murphy. Did he get the first down?
Nope, he did not.
Okay, it'll be
He's going to be just shy.
just shy as they quickly get to the line, and they're pushing. Did he get it?
They might have got the first down, though.
So, again, a difficult vantage point for us from here. That was just 4th down. Is that correct?
That was 4th down.
Okay.
The marker's on the 1-yard line. I think they might have gotten the first down, but we'll see. Nope.
Wow. So they do turn the ball over on downs. Milford with a huge stand here on 4th down. So with 2:41 to go, as there is some confusion on both sides. Both sides are kind of standing around. 2:41 to go. Milford gets a ginormous stand. Again, Barnstable quickly to the line trying to do that tush push, if you will.
Yeah, it was a very quick sequence of things. Murphy was the running back who got it first, and then they went up for the tush push, and they needed about 1 yard to get the first down.
Yeah.
And then 2 yards to get into the end zone.
I was thinking there would be a measurement at least.
That's what it looked pretty close. I was also surprised they didn't pull out the chain gang.
So either way, Milford makes the stand. They bend, but they don't break.
They got to take advantage of this. I mean, I know it's a tough situation trying to get out of here, but you got to take advantage of turning over on downs and go down and score.
It remains 7-0 Barnstable. Lacerbo in the shotgun in his own end zone from the 2-yard line. Milford has to go 98 yards if they want to score a touchdown. Running back to his hip. It's Buentello who will take it, and he's quickly brought down. Looks like he pushed forward for maybe 2 yards.
Yeah. I mean, he was actually met at the line of scrimmage, and a kind of small thank you to the Barnstable player who threw him forwards 2 yards. So gives him a little something to work with now.
2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2. Yeah, a little bit of breathing room here as we click to about 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Milford subbing some people in. They're a lot more deliberate, in my opinion, this week compared to other weeks. They've kind of stood around, waited for calls before, almost like a quasi-hurry-up offense, but they're huddling up, they're getting calls, and now they're breaking huddle. There's one receiver lined up near the Barnstable sideline, another lined up far near the Milford sideline, 2 running backs next to Lacerbo. They fake one way, fake the other. Now it's Lacerbo who's going to throw, and it's bobbled and nearly intercepted. Looked like the throw was on the intended wide receiver, but just flat out dropped.
Yeah, it was Charsenko over there on the far side. It was a little low, and he got his hands out to it, but just couldn't hold on, and he almost actually tipped it up and allowed for a play from the DB. Luckily, the DB had to make an insane play to be able to catch that. He had to jump over Charsenko, and then he would have to come down and maintain the ball. So a 3rd down here now for Milford, backed up, and you want the first, but you also want a little space for your punter.
So it'll be 3rd and 8, minute 43 to go in the first quarter. Milford, again, deliberately in the huddle, taking their time, waiting for plays to be called. And now there will be a timeout. I believe it'll be Milford's, which will be their 2nd of the half. So when we come back, Milford will have 1 timeout to go, 1:43 to play on MyFM 101.3 in the first quarter.
From contractors to consultants, restaurants to retail, every business is unique. They all, however, have the same goal, to get more out of their money. At Charles River Bank, we offer checking accounts that make banking easy, convenient, and personal. With support from local people who live and work in your neighborhood and can help deliver the powerful solutions your business needs. So if you're looking for an account and a relationship that works for your business, we're here for you. Charles River Bank, member FDIC, DIF.
Back here at Barnstable High School, a minute 43 to play in the first quarter. Milford down to 1 timeout. It is 3rd and 8. They are deep in their own territory at the 4-yard line, but that's because they made a huge defensive stand, preventing this game from being a 13-0 at least score. Lacerbo from the gun. He's going to roll out. He's looking for an option down the field. He'll throw, and it's nearly again, intercepted. That would have been very, very bad, as that would have been intercepted around the 20-yard line, but it does land incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 8, and Milford will have to punt.
Yeah, that one was intended for Rodriguez, and if the Barnstable player would roll down his jersey, there we go. I could actually see what number he was. It was his man who had the interception already, Logan Strunk. Kind of a missed throw right there, not really even close to Rodriguez. And it's going to turn up a punt now here deep in their own end. Last time we saw this last week, they forced a fumble, but that's going to be a difficult task again.
Jackson Finnemore is the punter for Milford. Again, deep in his own territory. He's like pretty much at the edge of the end zone where he's going to punt from. Takes a high snap. Now he'll kick a line drive towards the 40. It'll be received at about the 39-yard line by Barnstable. Nice play right there from Milford to bring him down right away to save some of that field position. It looked like it was Rodriguez.
Yeah, well, how about that? He just basically judo flipped the Barnstable player. Looked like that was Joshua Ferguson right there. Met him right around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and it looked like Joshua Ferguson might have had a lot of space if not for Rodriguez making that tackle.
Yeah, for sure. If he was able to get around him, he would have been able to take it well close to the 20-yard line, if not more, based off the blocking downfield.
So Milford punts at 35 yards. Barnstable will take over at the Milford 39, and that's why field position is so key in this game.
It is for sure. We'll see if Milford can try and come up with another big stop.
Minute 29 to go in the first. 1st and 10 from the 39. Barnstable with the shotgun formation, 2 running backs behind sort of the Coffin, and now the handoff is to the running back. He'll push towards about the 35-yard line where he's stacked up by a bunch of Hawks.
Yeah, that was Murphy's second carry.
Scarlet Hawks.
Yes, we have 2 different types of Hawks.
I gotta specify.
It's interesting because Scarlet and Red are similar-ish. They come from the same family of red as well.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 from the Milford 35 as we tick under a minute in the first. Again, same formation. 2 running backs lined up with Coffin. Now they'll give it to Dyer, who's going to push forwards, and he's still not down, pumping his legs. He'll look push forwards for another, call it 4 yards.
Yeah, you said it right there, Joe. He did not stop churning those legs, and he probably pushed for an extra yard, maybe yard and a half, to make it a pretty manageable 3rd down. And, I mean, with how they've been moving the ball on the ground, I wouldn't be shocked to see them do something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another one of those Coffin keepers on kind of a swinging to the outside.
3rd and 2 as Oscar Johnson subs in, a big body for Barnstable. Looks like they're going to stay spreading it out as they're in the shotgun formation here. Coffin calling around an audible. 1 receiver near the Milford sideline, 1 near the Barnstable sideline. It's going to be a handoff to Dyer, who's going to push forwards. Does he get the first down? He's still up. Here's the signal, and it looks like it'll be down at around the 30-yard line, so it should be 4th down.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 1. A good job right here by Milford stopping them.
Milford's done a good job here defensively on short situations. When we come back, it'll be 4th and 1 on MyFM 101.3. End of the first, 7-0 Barnstable.
There are a lot of things that keep you up at night. Fortunately, there's one thing you'll never have to worry about: the security of your hard-earned money at Charles River Bank. When you bank with us, your deposits are insured in full through a combination of coverage from the FDIC and Depositors Insurance Fund of Massachusetts. So you can sleep better at night knowing Charles River Bank has got you and your money well covered. Charles River Bank. Personal connections, powerful solutions. Member FDIC, DIF.
Floodfire Pro of Franklin is proud to stand with our local athletes. From floods to fire, they restore more than property, they restore peace of mind. Visit floodfirepro.com, supporting our high school football team all season long.
Second quarter ready to begin here in Week 5. Barnstable versus Milford. We appreciate you tuning in. Joe Rice, Dylan Patemry on the call as there's 12 fresh ones up. It is a 4th and 1. Milford again looking to make a key stop on a short yardage situation. Coffin puts a man in motion. He's in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Now he's going to run towards the left side. Is he brought down? No, it looks like he might have gotten enough for that first down as he's ripped down along the sideline.
Yeah, it does look like he got just enough. We'll see where the official marker is. Yeah, they're going to give him the first. It was almost a really good play made right there from Milford.
Yeah, I believe
52?
it was. I thought it was Dos Santos.
Or
but either way-
Dos Santos, 51, yeah. There's no 52 on the roster.
So, it looked like Dos Santos was in the backfield.
Yeah, he was, and luckily for Barnstable, Coffin was able to churn just an extra yard because otherwise there was going to be another turnover on downs for them.
So instead, they gained 2 yards on 4th and 1. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Milford 28, but this is the key to, good field position. They get 1 first down, and they're already at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, exactly. A chance to go down. We've only got the 1 score so far.
So 7-0, 11:55 to play here in the second quarter. Coffin in the shotgun, running back to his hip, puts a man in motion. They'll pitch it to the man in motion. Going along the right side, there's a flag on the play. He cuts the edge. He cuts to the 10, the 5, and he dives towards the goal line, but I don't think it's going to matter. It looked like someone was ripped down on the Milford side.
Yeah, Hagen Diaz was there on the jet sweep, though you see a flag on a big play, and it's exactly that, a holding call.
So it is holding. You saw it right away, and they called it right away, so credit to the referees there.
Yeah, so that big jet sweep is going to get wiped off the board and going to be backed up on 1st and down now.
Yeah, and it happened right around the line of scrimmage, so it should be 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. It should genuinely be 1st and 20 from the 38, and that's what the scoreboard has as they
they're
back
marking
up.
it all the way. Yeah.
So it'll be 1st and 20 from the 38 of Milford. That's right around where Barnstable began things. They took over at the 39.
Yeah, really crucial here that Milford comes up with a big stop and takes advantage of these penalties because they've been on the opposite ends of penalties in the past couple of weeks, and other teams have taken advantage of them.
2 running backs with Coffin in the shotgun. There is a wide receiver near Milford's sideline, 1 near Barnstable's sideline. They quickly hand off, and going down quickly is Murphy. Some extra pushing and shoving along the sideline, and there's a late flag here as well.
Well, it looks like there was a flag on, over at the Milford sideline.
So
Trying to see who was involved in that. It looks like number 2 from Milford, Brentello. And who's that, 58?
This is a big call. We'll see who they call it on.
Rashawn Petrurkin, it looked like.
It's going to be on Barnstable. So the extra pushing and shoving goes against the offense.
And that's added on to the loss of down, right?
I'm waiting to see because there's unique rules, obviously, with high school. It's not the same. The scoreboard has 2nd and 20, but they are going to back him up. So
it's going to be 15 yards, right? That's what a personal foul should be. So even if it stays 1st down, you would take this anyways because the odds of them getting 15 yards is.
Personal foul penalty against the Red Hawks, a 15-yard penalty.
And
a
down.
loss of down.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 35.
Well, it's not something you see every day, but
No.
I know you said you saw something like that in one of the most recent games.
Yes, that's true. I think they scored a touchdown on it too, I believe.
Was that the Nipmuc DS game?
It was the Nipmuc DS game. Correct. So 2nd and 35, 11:10 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, Milford cannot give up a 1st down.
No,
here.
you cannot give that up. You have 2 plays to get off the field here. Coffin in the shotgun, running back at his hip. Coffin looks to throw. He's looking to throw. He's flushed out. He's on the run. He's going to tuck now, and he's pushed along the. Oh, there's a flag. Wow, I'm surprised they're going to call a flag on that. It looked like it looked like it was his shoulder pad.
Yeah, that did not look like a horse collar. It looked like he grabbed the side of his shoulder and pulled him in. They're having a discussion right here now. We'll see what they call. That's a tough one if you give a horse collar on that.
Personal foul or face mask.
Face
that
ma-
was not even close.
Yeah, face mask is definitely not close to the right call. I don't think he
Didn't even go near the face mask. It was a shoulder pad.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but he grabbed his shoulder pad.
And he didn't even do a good job of grabbing his shoulder pad.
No, he didn't. He barely grabbed it. He had it for like half a second.
So we'll be back to 2nd and 20 based on what the chain gang has.
Well, it's where it happened, and he had gained an extra yard or two. So like 2nd and 17 maybe.
High school football, folks.
16.
Second and 16.
All right.
10:45 to play in the second. Lots of plays on second down. Coffin going to roll out. Looks for an option down the field, and it lands incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Barnacle. They have not connected a couple times here.
Well, a good job by Anthony Mastriani, who actually forced this play to be incomplete. He laid a nasty backside hit on Coffin, which caused the ball to sail over Barnacle's head. So a great play there by Mastriani.
So 3rd and 16 from the 36 of Milford. 10:40 to play. Milford trying to get off the field here. Got the short end of the stick on a personal foul call on 2nd and 35.
Yeah,
You don't see that every day.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I don't need to get in any trouble.
Timeout, Barnstable. So when we come back, we will play 3rd and 17. 10:40 to play on MyFM 101.3.
Mom, do I really have to wear glasses?
You do, sweetie. But don't worry. Joseph and Thomas Opticians has lots of fun frames.
Can I pick any pair I want?
Absolutely. And they'll make sure they fit just right.
Oh, they make me look super smart.
That's because you are super smart. And you'll see even better now.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
Back here at Barnstable High School, 10:40 to play in the half. Barnstable with the ball. They're at the Milford 36. There's been a lot of plays, but a lot of penalties on this drive, Dylan.
Yeah, it's been like a flag on every single play. I was surprised there wasn't roughing the passer on that last one.
So it'll be 3rd and 17 when we get back to action. Both sides are now running towards the middle of the field. Ball will be near the Barnstable hash mark when we resume. One running back next to the Coffin, the quarterback. He fakes a throw one way and screens it to his receiver over the middle, and he won't get much. He'll get about 4 or 5. That'll be Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz, who had the big jet sweep that got called back. They just try and get a screenplay to make things manageable. I was told that their kicker could probably hit about a 35-yarder. This is not within his range, though.
This is about a 49, 50-yard field goal if he were to kick it from here. So with that being said, it looks like the offense is going to remain out on the field, and they'll have a 4th and 13. They're going to try to convert here.
Yeah, I mean, you could try and pin them back on the punt. Not sure what their punting team looks like, but you might as well just go for it. You see this a lot in high school football.
Yeah, definitely. So 3 receivers lined up towards Milford's sideline, 1 receiver on that Barnstable sideline, 1 running back next to Coffin, who rolls out, takes the snap, looking for an option down the field. He'll launch it over the middle, and it's broken up. Milford makes another 4th down defensive stop.
Yeah, that was Brian Voss Leal right there who punched the ball right out before it got into the hands of the receiver. A big play right there that would have been a 1st down for Barnstable.
So after being punched in the mouth on the first possession, Milford's defense has held strong.
Yeah, they've looked good, and especially on the running game, too. There hasn't really been much that Barnstable has been able to do. They get met right around the line of scrimmage, or they get a gain of about 2 or 3, but then they're met by a swarm of Scarlet Hawks.
So when Milford takes over, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32 of their own, 9:45 to play in the half, plenty of time to get something going. Milford's got to get something going.
Yeah, they gotta start linking some good plays together, just linking 1st downs together right now.
Milford in the shotgun. Lacerbo has running backs at both hips. 1 receiver near the Milford sideline, 1 near the Barnstable sideline. Snap is a little wonky, but he does hand it off, and it looks like it was
Rosenberg.
Rosenberg, yep, gain of 1, maybe, if that.
Yeah, he was met hard right there by Dante Chisholm of Barnstable. Looks like he did end up getting 2, but he was met real quick and brought to the ground.
So it looks like he did actually end up getting 2 yards. So good on Rosenberg to get a couple. Keep going forward, but he was met right away.
Franklin's at the half now. They're kicking Algonquin 22-0.
So Franklin, after a rough couple of weeks, looks like they're having a decent weekend. Milford breaks the huddle. Again, very similar formation, 2 running backs besides Lacerbo, who snaps it. Now he'll give it, after a little bit of a miscommunication, he'll give it to his running back, who pushes forwards for about 2 or 3.
I'll tell you what, Barnstable has been doing a good job right now on the run, not allowing Milford to attack those outsides. It looks like they're trying to aim to head towards the sideline and cut up, but also a good eye from Buentello to see that's closed off. Instead of forcing it, just push his way up and get a couple of yards up the middle.
Yeah, it looked like Buentello kind of double clutched that football as well. He's lucky that ball didn't land on the ground, but it didn't. He was able to push forward and get about 4, so they're calling it 3rd and 4 on the scoreboard with 8:20 to go here in the second quarter. Milford breaks huddle. Go ahead, Dylan.
A lot of these 2 running back formations with Rosenberg and Buentello back there.
Yeah, again, similar formation, 2 running backs next to Lacerbo. There's going to be a timeout for Milford. So they're out of timeouts here with 8:04 in the half. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and 4 on MyFM 101.3.
This high school broadcast is being sponsored in part by All Temps Systems. At All Temps, they deliver the highest level of quality for your comfort. Experienced technicians, customer-first mindset, and upfront pricing, all at All Temps. They service all brands and are licensed and fully insured on all services performed. Have All Temps service all of your home comfort needs for you and your family. All Temps is your #1 team. All Temps Systems, Pond Street in Milford.
Back here at Barnstable High School, 3rd down and 4. Milford is out of timeouts. 8:04 to play in the half. Milford with the football. There's running backs at both hips of Lacerbo. There's 1 wide receiver near the Milford sideline and 1 near the Barnstable sideline. It's a handoff to Rosenberg, who's going to push forwards, and he might be a tad short of the first down marker, and it does look like he'll be a bit short based on where the chain gang is.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joe. That's the second time now that a handoff's been bobbled. I mean, luckily Rosenberg was running with such speed that when it bobbled, it basically ran and hit his chest, and he closed it up once again. But they're actually going to give him the first down.
Yeah, they are going to give him the first down. To my vantage point, it looked like he was a little bit short. But
well, I'm surprised. I think we've had 3 of these now, which are really close, and the chain gang has not been brought out.
Right.
Maybe
not once.
Do we have virtual measurement in high school? Is that what they're looking at?
Yeah, they're using AI. Yeah. 7.5 to play here in the first half. Again, stop me if you heard this before. 2 running backs at Lacerbo's hips. 1 receiver lined up near Milford's sideline, 1 near Barnstable's sideline. Here's the snap. Fakes one way, gives it to Buentello, who cuts up the left side. He won't get much. Maybe 2, maybe 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joe. We were talking a little bit off the air, and I was talking about how last week Medfield was exclusively running the wishbone, and you're like, well, a lot of high school teams just run the same formation. And what's been happening here today with Milford? Well, they've been running that 2 halfback, 2 wide receiver set basically every single play.
So what I thought was 2 or 3 was actually 5. So that tells you all I know. 2nd down and 5 from their own 47. Milford very deliberate in the huddle, taking their time. They'll finally break huddle. Same formation. I'm not going to say it again. Same formation.
You know what it is.
You know what it is. I will say Buentello is lined up to Lacerbo's left. He's going to fake it to Buentello, give it to Rosenberg, who's stacked up quickly. A big hit that time from the Barnstable defensive line.
Yeah, a loss of maybe half a yard. It looked like at first Rosenberg was hit up high, but it wasn't clean. I guess, I don't know, it was a tough play. I wouldn't have called a penalty on that, but Rosenberg did take a mean shot to the head quickly.
So they'll call it a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 6 as we inch nearer halftime. There's 6 minutes to go here. So the halfway point of the second quarter.
Milford needs a nice first down right here. It's been a pretty solid drive so far, but probably going to have to go with an air attack now.
We will see what they elect to do. They don't necessarily have to go through the air. I think Lacerbo's been a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket so far. Man in the gun, or Lacerbo in the gun. They are going to give it to Buentello on a handoff, and he's met quickly. He tried to get the edge. He tried to get that Barnstable corner along that sideline. He'll push forwards and get about 3. So it'll be 4th and about 3.
Yeah, it was Leon Brooks who was running with him the entire way and just was doing a good job closing down that sideline, right? You knew he was going to get at least a yard or 2 on you, but you couldn't let him get 5 or 6 on you, and that's exactly what he did, able to force him out of bounds.
This sets up an interesting choice because you have the option to punt and really pin them deep if you want. Field position has been a bit of an issue so far in this game, I'd say, for the majority of it for Milford.
Personally, I would punt here because I've liked what your defense has done, and I think you could get them forced back, getting even better field position. But, hey, I'm not coaching.
You're not coaching. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 3 from their own 49. The snap. Lacerbo fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle. It's caught on a dart. Nice catch right there, and that will be a first down all the way down to the Barnstable 40-yard line. Making the catch that time, Jackson Finnemore. What a catch.
Well, I'll tell you, last week it was Rosenberg who was really relied on in these 3rd, 4th down needing a conversion. And this week it's Finnemore. He had a nice catch last week, comes up big with that catch. And, see, that's why I'm up here in the booth just talking about it and why Olson's down there coaching the game.
Lacerbo put his all into that football, or into that football, and it was just Finnemore was kind of lined up in the slot, and he went right over the middle, almost like he just sat in the middle.
He just found the open space there.
And he had to make a nice catch because that ball was sizzled in there. Lacerbo from the shotgun, running back to his hip. 2 receivers near the Milford sideline. They're going to give it to Buentello along the right side. He's going to push forward to around the 36-yard line where he's ripped out of bounds.
Number 2, Josh Buentello, the ball
Yeah, he'll
carrier.
get a gain of 3 is what the ref's marking. And I'll tell you what, I'll take that every single day from Buentello. If he can get 3 yards on first down, I do want to see, because I didn't see at all last week, I want to see Buentello able to break out a big carry or someone out of this team break out a big carry, because haven't really seen any of that from this Milford team recently.
3:52 to play here in the first half. 2nd down and 7. Milford has marched the ball down to the Barnstable 37-yard line. How big would it be to score right before the half, Dylan?
It would be huge, especially because Milford's going to get the ball at half as well.
Milford breaks huddle. There's going to be 1 receiver near Milford's sideline, 1 receiver near Barnstable's sideline. Pistol formation this time. Lacerbo from the gun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Buentello. He is going to throw it along the Milford sideline. It's complete to Finnemore, who's going to fall down around the 28, 27-yard line, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He fell first.
yeah. Finnemore stumbled at first as he was cutting out on that route, and as he stumbled down, the ball was thrown by Lacerbo, and luckily as he stood up, it was right in his chest. So what looked like it was going to be troubling ended up being a perfect conversion for a first down.
It was a really nice job by Finnemore to recover after slipping on that slick turf. Milford now in the huddle with 3:15 to play. It's 1st and 10 from the 28. They break huddle, and it looks like it's going to be the same formation as before. Pistol formation. 1 receiver near the Barnstable sideline, 1 near the Milford sideline. Here's the snap from Lacerbo. He's going to give it to Buentello, who's met at the line, but he bounces off the tackle, pushes towards the line of scrimmage, and is able to get to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, good job there from Buentello, able to turn a negative play into a positive one. It was initially a run to the right side. He was actually met behind the line of scrimmage, able to bounce off that, then kind of swooped his way around to the left side and dove forward for a gain of about a yard.
Yeah, 2nd and 9 from the 27. 2:35 to go in half number 1. Milford's had the ball for a little bit here.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of not allowing the ball back into the hands of Barnstable, hoping to get a score here and allow almost no time on the clock.
Gives the defense a rest as well. Lacerbo from the gun puts a man in motion. Now he's going to take the snap, give it to Rosenberg, who's going to kick out to the left side, and he nearly got the edge, but he was still able to get about 5 yards.
Number 7, Eli Rosenberg.
Man goes down for Barnstable after the play.
Barnstable swimming and diving team over there. But Milford just hasn't been able to really gain that edge. They've tried a couple of times to break out down to the edge to the sideline, but each time Barnstable's done a really good job shifting their way over and not allowing Milford to do just that.
Milford's out of timeouts. There's 1:40 to play here in the half. Time's not really of the essence right now. They got 23 yards to go. They're in the shotgun. Lacerbo with a running back to his hip. 1 receiver is in motion now as they both line up near Milford's sideline now. Throwing over the middle. It's deflected by Barnstable, and that might have saved a touchdown because wide open was Milford along the middle of the field.
Yeah, that was Hassah Armstrong that got a hand on that one. A really good play, jumping up and swatting it down and forcing a 4th down now.
Yeah, there was a couple Milford wide receivers wide open in the middle of the football field. There was no safety help either, so if that ball was completed, you're looking at a 7-6 game, but a great job by Barnstable to swat that ball away.
And we've seen a lot of that from Milford, the going with the play action and then just trying to throw one across the middle, get a man on the run.
4th and 4 for Milford. They're going to go for it again here on this drive. From the shotgun, Lacerbo, early movement. So we're going to get a false start here, as it looked like the left guard of Milford moved a little bit early.
Yeah, he started to stumble backwards and tried to hold himself up, but everyone was able to see it, and now a 4th and 10 makes it a lot more difficult for this team.
So 4th and 10 from the 28-yard line. Minute 26 to go in half number 1. Those are situational plays that just can't really happen.
No. Again, it's bad penalties being taken.
So again, 4th and 10. Minute 26 to go. 28-yard line of Barnstable. No doubt you go for it here. From the shotgun, here's Lacerbo. He's going to look to throw. Looking. Throws deep over the middle. Complete. And into the end zone. Or is he down at the 1? He's in. Touchdown, Milford on 4th and 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have no idea how Rodriguez was able to get open right there. They only had 2 receivers down the field, and it looked like Barnstable dropped about 7 guys as well. But crossed the middle, Rodriguez, and a great throw from Lacerbo. He had a good pocket back there as well, and rifles a throw across the middle, and touchdown for Rodriguez.
So Milford holds the ball for the majority of this quarter and gets in the end zone on 4th down, and it looks like they might be going for 2 here to take the lead.
I think they are, and I think part of that is because of Tyler Stewart being injured.
So Lacerbo, for the first time really all game, has time to throw, and he fires a dart over the middle to Rodriguez for 6 points. Now they're going to try to get 2 extras as they put Rodriguez in motion. Now they're going to give it to him, and he's met quickly, and he's taken down at the 1.
Wow. That was an incredible play. That was Dyer as well, the running back for Barnstable. Met him right at the goal line and didn't allow him to cross.
So after all of that, Barnstable remains in the lead. It's 7-6 with $1:18 to go in the half on MyFM 101.3.
GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
Milford scores a touchdown but can't convert the 2-point conversion as they go kicking from left to right. It's a high end-over-end kick that lands around the 28. It's brought up by Barnstable. They get to around the 40-yard line where they're taken down. They have 1:15 to go 60 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, especially from a team that we haven't really seen passing the ball a whole lot so far. A lot of run game from them, but a really good job from this Milford team. I mean, not only that 4th down conversion that ended up as a touchdown, but it was just a well-worked drive from them, able to just grind it out and honestly kill a ton of clock as well.
When Milford's offense has had success, they've converted a lot of 3rd and 4th downs, and that was no different on this last drive. We will see what they can do defensively. They've stood tall for the majority of this half. I know they gave up a huge touchdown, a 68-yarder on the first drive. Coffin from the gun, going to take the snap. He'll give it to Dyer, who's going to look for a lane along that right side, but he's tripped up after a gain of about 2.
Yeah, he was always searching for the hole that never really came.
Timeout Barnstable. There's going to be 1 remaining when we come back. 1:04 to go on MyFM 101.3.
Milford Regional Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and sports and services at convenient appointment hours in Milford, Franklin, and Northbridge. To learn more, visit milfordregional.org/rehab.
UMass Memorial Health Milford Regional is committed to providing exceptional healthcare services to our community with dignity, compassion, and respect.
Both teams running back to the football. It's lined up towards Milford's hash mark. Ball is at the 42 of their own for Barnstable. It's 7-6 Barnstable with 1:04 to go. They have one timeout. Two running backs with Coffin in the shotgun. Two receivers, one lined up on each sideline. Going to fake the handoff one way. He's going to roll out and dump it off to his tight end, but it's dropped. Looked like he had some space as well, but I think he was looking a little bit too quick, looking a little bit up the field too quickly, excuse me. It was Daniel Murphy.
Yeah, there was some action behind the play as well. It looked like it was between number 1 for Barnstable, James Barnacle, and Dionisio Rodriguez for Milford. Just the ref having a little bit of a chat with them, but right there for Murphy, he was wide open, and it looked like he turned his head before the ball was in his hands. And so now it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And, I mean, if Milford gets a stop here, they could try and connect a couple big plays and get another score on the board. They don't have any timeouts, that is the problem.
We'll see what they can do. If they get a stop here, and then if they get a decent return, maybe. 3rd and 8 is the first task, as Barnstable has 3 receivers lined up near their sideline, one on the far sideline, pistol formation. Coffin puts a man in motion. It's Dyer, who's going to go back towards the play, as Coffin on a read option is going to go up the field, and he's staying up. And he's brought down at the 28 of Milford. A huge play for Barnstable.
Yeah, that was a massive play for them right there. Able to get the first down and a ton of extra yards.
Yeah, it looked like he fought off a couple tackles there as well, but it totally fooled me, and I think it fooled Milford as well on the read option. Nicely done by Barnstable. The time continues to tick. There's 40 seconds to go in the half.
Well, I was kind of thinking they were just going to run it so that if they didn't get the first down, Milford couldn't stop the clock either, and it would just run out the half. But now they're looking to push.
Pistol formation. Again, Dyer in motion. Looks like it could be the exact same play. And there's early movement as Coffin is crushed. He's brought down to the ground, and so is number 4, Murphy. There is a flag, and it's going to be a false start on Barnstable with 28 seconds to go. So a lot going on in there on that play just for a penalty.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the flag came up right as the ball was being snapped, and so by the time the whistle blew, the play was already kind of in action. It was the same exact play that had occurred right before. So they're going to be backed up now.
So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 33-yard line.
So you got to get the ball to about the first down marker, if what I was told correct about a 35-yarder. Being the range for the field goal kicker. Well, first they got to back them up. Right. They were about to go take the same line of scrimmage right there.
There's going to be 2 wide receivers near Barnstable's sideline, 2 on the far sideline for Milford. Again, another man in motion, and they're going to give it to the man in motion who's looking to throw. He's going to throw it deep down the sideline and caught! Touchdown! Barnstable on the trick play. The trick plays have been huge for them in this first half.
Yeah, that was a handoff to Dylan Hamilton that looked like it was just going to be a normal jet sweep, but wide open were 2 men downfield, and it was Brady Kundle, the tight end. It could have been him or anyone else that was downfield. Milford had bit in, and a touchdown scored.
Extra point here pending. It's 13-6 Barnstable. Diaz looking to kick. Here's the snap, and it's down, and it is right through. With 16 seconds to go, a back-breaking touchdown. Barnstable leads 14-6 on MyFM 101.3.
Football game, hometown pride, and American Climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
Kick it!
14-6, Barnstable leads. They'll be kicking from right to left with 16 seconds to go here in the first half. Barnstable with a huge touchdown on the trick play.
Yeah, that was massive right before the half, especially because Milford's going to be getting the ball. They're going to need a big kick return here because they got no timeouts.
As Diaz looks to kick it, it's a squib. It'll be picked up right around the 15, and Milford is looking to make a play, and they'll be brought down right around the 32. There's 12 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, I mean, you essentially have one play here.
Yeah.
Unless it's incomplete. My guess is that if Buentello's in there, they might just give the ball to him and see if he can do something.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just take a knee. We'll see what they do. I mean, maybe you run a play here just to see what you can do.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get something. If I was Barnstable, I know they have no timeouts. I'm playing guys on the sideline here.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to play back. They do have a couple safeties back.
I mean, there's one coach literally standing and telling a person where to stand on the field.
They got 4 safeties, it looks like. And they're going to take a knee. So that will do it for the half. It's 14-6 Barnstable. And Milford will get the football here in the second half. When we come back, it will be the halftime show brought to you by Milford Federal Bank. We're going to play some commercials first, though, on MyFM 101.3.
It's time for the Reynolds Report, your local sports spotlight on MyFM. From Friday night football and basketball buzzer beaters to the unsung stars of field hockey, track and field, and more. I've got all the highlights, scores, and stories from around the MyFM listening area. Stay up to date with the Reynolds Report and read more at myfmtoday.com. Local sports covered the way they should be, only on the Reynolds Report on MyFM.
Step into pure bliss at Wink Salon and Spa, located at 32 Hastings Street in Mendon. Let your tension melt away with our full-spectrum infrared sauna and Normatec compression therapy. Rejuvenate with personalized facials, soothing massage therapy, and a wide range of beauty services, including lash extensions and expert hair styling. Whether you need a quick refresh or a full day of pampering, Wink Salon and Spa is the perfect escape. Book now at 508-381-1422 or visit winksalonspa.com. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential.
Football game, hometown pride, and American climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
This broadcast of Milford Legion Baseball is being brought to you in part by Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, providing quality products and exceptional service to the greater Milford community. Oliva's will make your party one your guest will never forget. Whatever your special occasion may be, a stop at Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop is a must. Try Oliva's homemade sausage. Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, the freshest cold cuts in town. GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
Mom, do I really have to wear glasses?
You do, sweetie. But don't worry, Joseph and Thomas Opticians has lots of fun frames.
Can I pick any pair I want?
Absolutely. And they'll make sure they fit just right.
Oh, they make me look super smart.
That's because you are super smart. And you'll see even better now.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
Are you looking for custom apparel that stands out? The Embroidery Bar in Milford is the place for businesses, families, schools, and teams who want to look sharp. Local and dependable, they've got everything from tees and jackets to cups and unique gifts.
I'm Anthony, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. Whatever you need, embroidery, printing, or custom gear, we'll make it happen. We're here for our community, and we're ready to work with you.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
Hey, it's Tyler Lawton, and you can join me every weekend from 4 to 7 p.m. for the Weekend Wind Down on MyFM 101.3. I'm bringing you the greatest hits from the 80s and 90s, plus local news, pop culture updates, and a preview of what's coming up this week on My FM. From interviews and giveaways to sports and community buzz. It's the perfect way to chill out before Monday hits. The Weekend Wind Down with Tyler Lawton every weekend from 4 to 7, only on My FM 101.3.
Floodfire Pro of Franklin is proud to stand with our local athletes. From floods to fire, they restore more than property, they restore peace of mind. Visit floodfirepro.com, supporting our high school football team all season long.
At Imperial Cars, we're proud to support our local schools by contributing a portion of our business proceeds to purchase notebooks, binders, pens, pencils, crayons, markers, and other classroom essentials. Our Crayon the Van initiative is providing hundreds of local students and teachers with the school supplies and classroom supplies they need for a strong start to the school year. Because every student deserves a strong start. For over 30 years, Imperial Cars has been getting your family safely down the road and driving community impact.
Medway Oil and Propane, where you, the customer, will always come first. At Medway Oil and Propane, you receive service by the best technicians in the industry, a caring staff which goes out of its way to ensure your comfort and peace of mind. Medway Oil and Propane has an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, 24-hour emergency service every day, 10 licensed and certified service technicians, automatic delivery with over 200,000 gallons of fuel storage, Medway Oil and Propane energy for every season, and much more.
Where can you find over 20 flavors of muffins, 30 fresh roasted coffees, and a full espresso bar?
It's all at the Muffin House Cafe.
With 6 convenient locations, Medway, Mendon, Hopkinton, Natick, Westwood, and Walpole, you're never far from fresh, delicious treats.
And it's not just muffins. The Muffin House Cafe has fresh-baked cakes for any occasion, breakfast and lunch sandwiches, crisp salads, quesadillas, and so much more.
Ready to check it out?
Visit muffinhousecafe.com today.
The Muffin House Cafe, not just a muffin house.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the folks at Milford Tire know what it takes to protect your family when it comes to high-quality, safe tires. Just before you take your family out for your next long or short summer trip, Milford Tire asks you to just take a quick walk around and check the tire tread left on your car. At Milford Tire, they do a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and other jobs, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire, your family's safety comes first, and your cars too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
The Pool Store, that's all about fun. Let the pool and spa experts at Crystal Pool and Spa of Bellingham be your source for all your pool and spa supplies. Crystal Pool and Spa is the area's leading pool store for families who want to spend less time maintaining the pool and more time enjoying it. Crystal Pool offers the largest selection of pool products under one roof to meet your pool needs and budget. Booking now for openings and closings for 2026. Crystal Pool and Spa, Route 140 in Bellingham, 508-966-1322.
Halftime here at Barnstable High School, where Barnstable, the Red Hawks, are currently leading the Milford Scarlet Hawks by a score of 14-6. Welcome on into the halftime show, brought to you by Milford Federal Bank, your community, your bank. So, Dylan, Milford's got a lot of work to do here in half number 2. They do get the football, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because going into half, I was about to feel confident with like 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
But they give up that late touchdown, and that kind of hurts them a bit. I think other than that big play that they had to score their first touchdown, Barnstable, and then obviously that big touchdown, really the 2 touchdown plays that Barnstable has had, which happened at the beginning of the half and the end of the half, everything in between from the Milford defense was phenomenal. I mean, the defense was great.
Barnstable has had 4 possessions in this game. They have 2 touchdowns and 2 turnovers on downs. Milford has had, I believe, 3 or 4 as well. One was an interception. The other one was a punt. And obviously they went down the field in about 8 minutes and scored a touchdown on a huge drive.
Yeah, that was a really long drive, and that was a really good drive as well. Like you said, it was a long possession for them, and they almost did exactly what they needed to do. Unfortunately, Barnstable was able to come away with that big run play on 3rd and however long it was to go. I think they were probably anticipating a pass, and they left themselves really open. And Coffin is very elusive out there on the field. He's had a couple of big carries, and that was probably the biggest one because it led to the touchdown.
I want to thank Barnstable High School as well. During the game, I thought there was a legitimate pizza delivery, like someone ordered pizza to the press box. Well, that was for us. So I didn't realize that at the time. So the person who I kind of shoot away, I do feel bad, and I'm sorry.
We're going to try and find them after the game.
We'll find them after the game, but I want to thank you for delivering us some delicious pizza.
They gave us pizza. They gave us a bag of popcorn and 2 cookies and waters.
So
I mean, just absolutely
tremendous hospitality.
Amazing.
Here
A+.
in Barnstable. So I thank you again. We appreciate that. There's under 3 minutes to go here in the first half, allegedly. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer. Barnstable has yet to take the field. Milford's warming up, kind of standing around, getting ready to go here for half number 2. What are the keys to taking the lead in this second half?
Well, I think the keys are you got to do exactly what you did on that last drive. You got to just slowly work your way down the field. I think that's how they work best. I think when they try and rush things too much, I think a good balance of run and pass. Not too pass heavy, not too run heavy, and just manage down after down. Manage each 4 downs as a set. Then on the defensive side, I think you got to eliminate the big plays. I mean, that's what's killed you so far, right? The big run play that ended up as a touchdown, the big run on 3rd and 15, and then the trick play that ended up in a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the key is for Milford, their secondary, they can't pinch on running plays.
No, they can't. And they don't need to.
No.
The front 7 has been doing a good job on any run play of being able to at least manage and only allow maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the front 7 has been very good for Milford. Barnstable tried early in this game to really do some tush pushes, some quarterback sneaks, but Milford did a good job in short yardage situations defensively.
Yeah, they really weren't able to do anything on those. And I mean, ultimately, they didn't even really look much like a tush push. They looked like an attempt at one, but more so of a QB sneak and just ultimately getting stuffed right at the line. The interior defense from Milford so far today has been really, really solid. And that was something they struggled with last week because Natick was able to just plow through the middle untouched and create giant holes in the A-gap.
So obviously Milford's last possession was about a 9-minute drive for a touchdown. We'll see if they can kind of repeat that. There should be, allegedly, like I said, less than a minute to go in the half, but I have yet to see the Red Hawks just yet. So we'll take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll have some second half action on MyFM 101.3.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work, on the field and in your home, serving Northbridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
It's been said that the most important things in life are the connections you make with others. At Charles River Bank, you'll find not just the powerful solutions you need for managing your money, including paying your bills, handling your day-to-day expenses, and planning for the future, but also the personal connections you can count on from neighbors you know and who are always willing to lend a hand. Stop in or visit us online at charlesriverbank.com to learn more. Charles River Bank, personal connections, powerful solutions. Member FDIC, DIF.
Football game, hometown pride, and American Climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
This broadcast of Milford Legion Baseball is being brought to you in part by Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, providing quality products and exceptional service to the greater Milford community. Oliva's will make your party one your guest will never forget. Whatever your special occasion may be, a stop at Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop is a must. Try Oliva's homemade sausage. Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, the freshest cold cuts in town.
At Imperial Cars, we're proud to support our local schools by contributing a portion of our business proceeds to purchase notebooks, binders, pens, pencils, crayons, markers, and other classroom essentials. Our Crayon the Van initiative is providing hundreds of local students and teachers with the school supplies and classroom supplies they need for a strong start to the school year. Because every student deserves a strong start. For over 30 years, Imperial Cars has been getting your family safely down the road and driving community impact.
Are you looking for custom apparel that stands out? The Embroidery Bar in Milford is the place for businesses, families, schools, and teams who want to look sharp. Local and dependable, they've got everything from tees and jackets to cups and unique gifts.
I'm Anthony, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. Whatever you need, embroidery, printing, or custom gear, we'll make it happen. We're here for our community, and we're ready to work with you.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
I need new glasses, but those chain stores are all the same. Rush service, limited choices.
That's why we're at Joseph and Thomas Opticians. We've been in Milford for over 38 years, and their selection is amazing.
Wow, these frames actually fit me, and they're helping me pick the best lenses for my lifestyle.
That's the difference. Personal service, great quality, and no pressure.
You're right. Forget the chains. This is where I'm coming from now on.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
Back here at Barnstable High School, second half action is just about underway. Barnstable, when we get back to action, will be kicking from right to left. Milford will be receiving from left to right. Pretty decent sized crowd here under us.
Yeah, just a quick update. Westwood is currently up over TVL opponent Medway 7-6.
We're just about underway. Go ahead, Dylan.
It was also interesting. We saw right before this half is beginning a full team warm-up for Barnstable.
That's right. Yeah, that's a first. As we are underway here in the second half, high end-over-end kick, a beautiful kick that will land in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, so that's impressive.
Yeah, that's really impressive. I mean, you don't see many high school kickers who can kick a touchback.
That was beautiful. Beautiful kick that time from Barnstable.
I don't even know where it goes to. Does it go to the 20?
Scarlet Hawks will stop first and 10 from the room, 20-yard line.
According to the PA.
I mean, if you can kick it out the end zone every time and let them set up at the 20, I'd take that 10 times out of 10.
Now Milford's got to go 80 yards. 12 fresh ones up. We are just about underway. If you're just tuning in, it's 14-6 Barnstable. Thank you for tuning in. If you want, you can catch the game on a live stream on YouTube on MyFM 101.3. On the radio as well. Joe Rice, Dylan Patemry bringing it to you live. As Milford will take the football for half number 2. Lacerbo from the gun, 2 running backs next to him. He'll fake the handoff. No, he'll give it to Rosenberg, who kicks on a misdirection towards the left side, but he won't get much of anything.
Yeah, I just wonder if Milford looks for a different play, because it seems like every time they've tried to kick one out towards the edge, it hasn't gone more than maybe 2-3 yards so far today. So I'd like to see them try
between the tackles.
That's what I was going to say. I'd like to see them try and run it up the gut a couple of times and just see, because I feel like they haven't done that really much. And it could be a scouting report as well based off Barnstable. They got a couple big guys there at D-tackle.
Sure do. 2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. Lacerbo from the gun, running back to his left hip. Here's the snap. He's looking for an option. He's rolling. His face mask, and there's going to be a flag on it as he gets rid of the football. But pretty blatant face mask that time. It's just we'll see what the damage is in terms of that face mask penalty.
I mean, that could almost be called intentional grounding too, though. I mean, I know Lacerbo got shook up by the face mask, but he was almost better just falling down after knowing that was going to get called, because there was nobody on the far side of the field where he threw the ball.
So we're going to get the personal foul face mask call, so that will be 15 yards. So Milford gets a free first down to begin the second half. Lacerbo has been under a lot of pressure in this game, Dylan.
Yeah, he has been. He's been under a lot of pressure a lot, really, and that was pressured right there by, I think, Oscar Johnson on the line for them. And they get the penalty, but they sniffed out that rollout the entire way.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Lacerbo in the shotgun, running back to his hip. One receiver on the far sideline. That receiver is in motion coming to the near side as they fake the handoff. Lacerbo again under pressure looking to throw it down the field. He will into traffic, and it's nearly intercepted. A risky throw that time from Lacerbo. He's better off throwing that ball away.
Yeah, it was intended for Dylan Burns, and as the defender started to close him down, I was saying throw the ball away, throw the ball away. He evaded him, and then he tried to throw it across his body into the middle. It's just not the right play, and I feel like you really don't see it a lot in high school of quarterbacks throwing the ball away. I don't really understand why that's the case. Too many guys trying to make a play out of nothing.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 36-yard line. 11:05 to play in the third quarter. Milford breaking huddle. The line will rush to the football.
Yeah, it looks like there's confusion of what the play call is. I saw multiple people holding their hands up.
So Milford has to take a valuable timeout with 11:05 to play in the third quarter. And when we get back, it's 2nd and 10 on MyFM 101.3.
Dad, let's get you some new glasses.
I don't want to go to one of those big stores. They rush me, and I can never get the right fit.
That's why we're going to Joseph and Thomas Opticians. They take their time and really care about finding the best lenses for you.
Now that sounds like a real service. No wonder they've been trusted in Milford for decades.
Exactly. Let's go. Your new glasses are waiting.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Visit us at josephandthomasopticians.com.
Back here at Barnstable High School, Milford has to take one of their 3 timeouts due to the miscommunication that Dylan caught.
Yeah, it's tough because you got the sophomore quarterback, but that's a valuable timeout, especially if you're trailing late in the game. You don't want to be wasting those early in the third.
So it looks like a similar formation to what they've seen in plays past, as they will be flagged for early movement, I believe. So a sloppy start to things.
I think it was the left side of the offensive line for Milford.
Past couple plays have been pretty ugly, so that'll be a 5-yard loss for Milford. It'll be 2nd and 15.
I mean, coming right out of a timeout that you were forced to take off of a communication error, you get another one of those bad mistakes, and now you're making life even more difficult for yourself after you were just given a free first down to start this possession.
So when Milford gets back to the line of scrimmage, it will be from the 31 of their own. Again, 2nd and 15. Lacerbo calling plays at the line. Looks to be pistol formation. No, Buentello is going to shift over to Lacerbo's hip. There's 3 receivers on the far side, one on the near, as there is an incomplete pass that time as Atherton and Lacerbo cannot connect.
Yeah, that one was thrown behind Atherton, who looked like he was running an in route or maybe even a post, but it looked like Lacerbo was anticipating an out route. I don't know if that was an option route for him and they were just on different wavelengths there. But
yeah, it looked like it. Both parties were looking at each other as if to say, what happened there?
Yeah, so again, communication error has been the summary of this first drive so far for Milford.
Yeah, not what you wanted on your first drive out of halftime. It's 3rd and 15. They still have a chance to convert.
I will say there's a good amount of Milford fans for how long the drive is.
Certainly is. So 3rd and 15. Atherton's lined up on the near sideline. 2 on the far sideline. Here is Lacerbo in the gun. He's going to throw deep over the middle, and it's deflected and nearly intercepted. It actually went through the hands, I believe, of Dyer.
Yeah, it looked like it.
So Milford avoids a disaster, but they will punt. It'll be 4th and 15.
Well, again, it looked like Lacerbo was getting pressure on him, and he was on his back foot, and he kind of just chucked it up towards his receivers, but there was about 5 red shirts and only 2 white shirts up there, and luckily it wasn't picked off.
So the second half was the issue last week against Natick. Not a good start here for half number 2 in Barnstable as Milford looks to punt away. Here's the snap. It's right at the chest, and it's a low punt. It'll get to about the 45. It's picked up on the run by Barnstable down to the 40, to the 35 of Milford, down to the 34. So a nice job right there from Barnstable's returner, Joshua Ferguson.
Yeah, I mean, that was really good, and it bounced up right into his hands. Rodriguez was locked in a block. He was one of the gunners, and you thought maybe he was just going to be able to shield that ball and let it roll a little bit, but a heads-up play right there from Ferguson, who turns what should have been ball on maybe their own 40-yard line and really flipping it to about the 36-yard line for Milford.
So he was out of bounds at the 35, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Milford 35, but Barnstable has had a lot of good field position in this game.
Milford has done a good job at getting some stops, and, I mean, it's tough to keep asking your defense for stops, but they really need one here.
10:48 to play in the third quarter. Coffin, with 2 running backs with him in the shotgun, is going to hand it off to Dyer over the middle, and he'll get to about the 31 where he's chopped down. Nice tackle that time from Rosenberg.
Yeah, again, a good job from the Milford defense getting there, but a solid gain, and they're going quick here.
Hurry up offense from Barnstable, same formation as Coffin looks to give it to Dyer again, who's slowly but surely getting to the first down marker and then some. Nice run right there, good patient run from Dyer as there's a late flag after another push, and I think this one's going on Milford.
Yeah, I mean, there's a player, who's that, number 15 on the sideline? Nolan Merrill, who's got his shoulder pad out of his jersey. There was some extracurricular, but not to take away from the run from Dyer, who was really patient.
So Merrill will go to the sideline, and he is being reprimanded pretty hard over along that sideline, but it will be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, but going back to the run from Dyer, really patient running from him there. He finds the hole, skips his way through, shuffles around him, and then does a little spin move that gets enough for the first down plus an extra couple yards. And with that penalty now, it's deep into Milford territory.
Yeah, pretty much as bad of a start as you could have here in half number 2, not even 2 minutes in. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line of the Scarlet Hawks. Quickly to the line of scrimmage is Barnstable. 2 running backs with Coffin. Here's the snap. He's going to give it to Dyer, who's going to try to get the edge along that left sideline. Nice job making the tackle that time as Milford right around the 10.
Yeah, good job right there. Again, Rosenberg able to chop down the runner Dyer. He's been doing a good job of hitting right around the knees at the bottom of the legs to cut him off.
Barnstable is wasting no time right now. They're switching people out, but you can tell they're up-tempo. They do go into a huddle this time.
Update from Millis. They're up 28-0 over Lowell Catholic.
Barnstable will get to the line. There's going to be 1 receiver on the far sideline, 1 on the near sideline. Pistol formation. Coffin going to take the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's got the edge, it looks like. He's going to get to around the 5. No, great play by Milford to chop him down. It looked like it might have been Finnemore to stop him before that first down marker.
He did a great job. He was playing at the safety position, and he was able to cut down the angle and go right after Coffin. I mean, there's just been some tremendous plays made by this defense so far, and they've just been unfortunate for where the ball is at right now, but they have forced third down.
Looked like for a minute there, Coffin had the edge, and he was just going to walk in the end zone, but Finnemore does a great job chopping him down. It was a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and about 2 from the 5.
Well, it was also good from Dylan Burns containing him and pushing me either further out to allow Finnemore to make that play.
3rd and short from the 5-yard line. Coffin in the shotgun with a running back near him. Puts a man in motion going to the near side. It's to that man in motion. And he's looking for a lane. He'll get the lane. Is he in the end zone?
I think he was pushed out at the 1, yeah.
He is at basically the 1-inch line.
Which does give them the first down, though.
Yeah, that's enough for the first.
So it's going to be tough. That was number 24, Hagen Diaz.
So it'll be 1st and goal. Ideally here, if you're Barnstable, you have 4 chances at getting the ball in the end zone.
I mean, this is basically an impossible task for Milford, but if they can somehow stuff them on the first play and push them back, could give them a chance.
So Barnstable is going to spread it out. There it is, the pistol formation. Dyer is behind Coffin. They're going to give it to Dyer, who will get in very easily. It is 20-6 Barnstable on their 3rd touchdown of the day. 8:20 to go here In the third quarter, they're going to line up for the extra point, I believe, to make it a 15-point game, but a disastrous start here for Milford.
Yeah, it's tough because they played pretty well. I mean, allowing that big return didn't set them up well. The defense played well, but a personal foul gave them the extra 15 yards, and just the momentum all swinging towards Barnstable.
Diaz is on for the extra point to make it a 21-6 game. Snap down, kick up, right through the uprights. 21-6, 8:20 to play here in the third quarter. Milford needs to score on MyFM 101.3.
The Pool Store, that's all about fun. Let the pool and spa experts at Crystal Pool and Spa Bellingham be your source for all your pool and spa supplies. Crystal Pool and Spa is the area's leading pool store for families who want to spend less time maintaining the pool and more time enjoying it. Crystal Pool offers the largest selection of pool products under one roof to meet your pool needs and budget. Booking now for openings and closings for 2026. Crystal Pool and Spa, Route 140 in Bellingham, 508-966-1322.
Back here at Barnstable High School, 8:20 to play here in the third quarter. It's 21-6 Barnstable who will be kicking from right to left. Milford unable to score on their first possession, unable to do really much of anything on that first possession.
I mean, it's tough when they couldn't get anything going, and they didn't even push back far enough to allow Barnstable to have a tough drive either.
Yeah, Barnstable only going 31 yards to get pay dirt, and it's 21-6. Here is the kick from Diaz, and that'll be another high end-over-end kick that will again land in the end zone.
Yeah, another touchback. I mean, it's very impressive. Very impressive from a kicker in high school to be able to do that.
Diaz 3 for 3 on extra points tonight, and they have left little to no doubt either. And he has a couple touchbacks to his name as well.
Well, and what went from, you think Milford on their first possession could have just worked the ball up as they wanted. You got to work somewhat efficiently. You don't have to go for a huge play, but you can't be taking off the rest of the third quarter.
Two receivers on the near sideline, two lined up, on the far sideline, with Buentello lined up with Lacerbo. They're going to give it to Buentello, who's looking for a lane, and he's not going to get much. There is a flag, and it did look like Buentello's mask might have been pulled at again, so we'll see if that's the penalty.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, too. I saw the helmet of Buentello shift, and he's motioning, too, as well for his face mask. So we're going to get a second straight drive that opens up with the personal foul. And hopefully Milford can take advantage this time.
So Milford not really able to generate much offense here in this second half, but they have had a couple penalties go their way. Barnstable just tackling a bit too high right now. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35.
Yeah, now you got a good penalty in your favor. Now you got 65 yards to go. See a couple of decent plays, and then hopefully can see a big chunk play broken out once again from this Milford team.
Just about 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Pistol formation for Lacerbo. Two receivers stacked up next to each other on the near sideline, two on the far sideline. Snap, and they're going to give it to Buentello with a head of steam. He bounces off a tackle, pushes forward again, but he doesn't get much. He might be at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was met right at the line of scrimmage after he bounced off and went for a second attempt, and there was just no hole for him really to run through, and that's kind of been the case. And I mean, I guess that's why they've been trying to attack the outside, because the offensive line hasn't been able to open up anything down the middle.
So they'll give him about a half yard. It'll be second and call it 9. Ball at the 36, 35 and a half if we want to be technical. Three receivers over on the Milford sideline, one on the Barnstable sideline. Buentello lined up with Lacerbo at his left hip. He's calling for some sort of play over along his wide receivers. He's going to roll out towards the left side. Going to throw quickly, and it's complete. And getting the first down is Milford. It looks like it might have been Rodriguez on the catch.
Yeah, good job there from Rodriguez, who leaped up and caught that one. Lacerbo left a little too much air underneath it, but the athletic play from Rodriguez was good enough, and no one was around him, so he was able to come down clean. A good first down for Milford.
Gain of 10 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 46. 6.5 to play in quarter number 3. Milford again, very deliberate in the huddle, taking their time, making sure the plays are called correctly.
There was some miscommunication between the play call and Finnemore. It looked like Finnemore didn't end up running the correct route, but it didn't matter in the end.
Looks like 3 receivers over near the Milford sideline. Finnemore lined up over on the near sideline on Barnstable's side. Pistol formation. Lacerbo fakes the handoff, play action, gets it over to Finnemore, who bobbles it and can't make the catch. It looked like he might have ran a little bit too early there, as Lacerbo was throwing to the spot where Finnemore originally was when he started to pick up steam again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a timing thing that Finnemore broke too early, or if it was just the fact that Lacerbo didn't lead him enough on that play, and it was going to be a tough catch regardless, and which should have been a good gain of about 5 or 6 yards, ends up forcing a 2nd and 10.
Incomplete pass. Clock stopped at 6:09 in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 46. 2 receivers far, 2 receivers near. Buentello lined up at Lacerbo's left hip. And man in motion coming to the near sideline. It's Rodriguez. They're going to dump it off to him, too. He's going to catch it right around the 48. He'll work his way up to about the 49 of Barnstable. So he'll get right around 5 yards.
Yeah, good job right there from Rodriguez. And really been involving him a lot in this game so far. And he's been really effective. But getting that motion going and having him on the run makes it easier for a run and catch and able to cut the 2nd and 10 in half and make it 3rd and 5.
So Milford does get into Barnstable territory, but it is 3rd down. Big conversion territory here. Milford, when they're successful offensively, they do get to 3rd downs, but they convert a lot of them.
Yeah, and I think regardless here, being down by 2 scores, you got to think about going for it on 4th, too, if they don't convert.
I would agree. There's going to be 3 wide receivers over on the near sideline. There's one on, the far sideline. There's one on the near sideline. As Lacerbo drops straight back, he's going to throw it over the middle and can't connect. This time with Rodriguez again.
Yeah, and it's been a few times now today that Lacerbo's not been able to really lead his receivers and has thrown behind them, and that's a timing thing that not only as being a starting quarterback, but also working with your wide receivers on that timing.
Looks like there might be a punt here.
I think that seems like the case.
Yeah, Milford is going to punt the ball away here. They're going to elect for Barnstable to go a long way instead of going for it on 4th down and 5.
I don't hate it if you can pin him back far enough.
Got to get the ball back quickly, though. Here's the snap. And it's a low line drive kick that'll bounce around the 25. It's picked up and brought down by Barnstable at about the 17. So about a 32-yard punt that time from Milford. Barnstable will take over 1st and 10 from the 17 with 5:07 to go on MyFM 101.3.
GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
First and 10 for Barnstable as they take over 1st and 10. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Man in motion quickly. It's Dyer as they're going to fake the handoff. Now they'll pitch it over to Dyer on a bit of a read option play. And Dyer's pushed out of bounds quickly, but he will get a few yards.
Yeah, looks like he got a gain of maybe 5 or so. A good design play right there, as they faked the handoff to Murphy, and then it kind of became that speed option to the near side. I'm surprised they haven't ran more speed option with Coffin and Dyer. It seems like it would be a lethal duo play.
So after all, he does gain 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
He's coming over to the sideline right now. He came up limping on that right ankle, it looks like. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yep, he's over right in front of us. As we get back to action, Coffin in the shotgun, 2 running backs with him. As they're going to give it to the running back right behind Coffin, who is quickly taken down. Nice play right there from Milford.
Yeah, that was Dan Franklin on the carry right there. We've seen him pop in a couple of times, especially when Dyer has been out. And he's looked decent out there. Gets about a yard. Now a big third down coming up here. Chance for Milford to get a stop and then potentially good field position.
Nice play right there by Dylan Burns defensively. Should be about 3rd and 4-ish, 5? I don't know. Either way, 3rd and medium.
Taking a long time in this huddle right here.
Yeah, they are certainly slowing the game down, and why not? You're already up multiple possessions. Don't want to give the ball back too quickly.
Franklin final score 36-0 over Algonquin.
Big win right there for Franklin. 2 running backs lined up with Coffin. Coffin's going to roll out. He's going to look for an option down the field. He might tuck and run. He will. And he's going to get the first down and run out of bounds. Nice job. Good job right there by Coffin to get 7 yards.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he started rolling out, I was thinking there's a dangerous threat for him to just run this himself. And that's kind of what you get when he starts rolling out. You got to be cautious of the pass, but you also got to be worried that he's going to be able to do it himself on his feet.
So Dyer will go back out on the field. He jogs out there very gingerly, but he is out there on the field.
Now some miscommunication from Barnstable. Murphy was running off the field. Now he's coming back on.
Dyer and Murphy with Coffin. Now Murphy's going to line up in the tight end position. So bit of a miscommunication. I'm sure they don't want to take a timeout. Pistol formation now. 1 receiver near side, 1 receiver far side. Snap. Coffin's going to hand it off to Dyer. Dyer's going to try to get a lane. He'll fight through a couple tackles, and he'll get way more than he should have.
Yeah, and I think he's kind of caught on to Milford's strategy of trying to take him down. They all kind of been diving at his feet, and instead of just churning the feet now, he's kind of playing happy feet and tiptoeing around them and dancing. So he turned what should have been a gain of maybe 1 into a game of 5.
2nd and 5. Looks like a very similar formation to the prior play, Pistol. As they're going to give it to Dyer on the opposite side. He'll cut towards the left side now over the middle. Face mask, I believe, will be another call here as there's 2 flags that fly.
Yeah, I don't know what the second flag is, unless it's also for the face mask. Maybe a hold. Was right around the line to gain, maybe a couple inches short. We'll see what the calls are.
Yeah, it will be a face mask on Milford.
So I guess both flags were for the face mask.
It was pretty blatant.
It was, yeah.
So both teams now penalized for face masks here in the second half.
Yeah, and more costly for Milford.
That 15-yarder will set Barnstable up in Milford territory. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 47. Cannot allow points here in this possession.
No, you can't, and you got to get the ball back soon, too. You're quickly approaching the 4th quarter.
Time is ticking. There's 3.5 to go as it now dips under that number. Pistol formation, 1 receiver lined up on the near sideline, 1 on the far sideline. Head coach for Barnstable telling him to slow things down. And Coffin is slowly walking over towards his head coach. Now he'll rush back to the line.
Back judge's hands up.
He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off. Dyer on a misdirection towards the right side. He'll cut over the middle, and he'll get about 9.
Yeah, well, this second half, Dyer's had no issue running the ball. I mean, if you have miscommunication at the line for what to play, I'm just like, hey, Dyer, I'm going to hand you the ball. You just run. Because it's been working in the second half so far, and I think this Milford defense is getting tired.
2nd and short. Ball on the 39-yard line. 1 receiver lined up on the near sideline towards Barnstable's side. 1 receiver on the far sideline. Snap. Coffin's going to look to throw. It's a high throw, and it bounces through the hands of number 88 for Barnstable. That is Oscar Johnson.
Yeah, giving some updates from around the area. At halftime, Uxbridge is up 12-0 over South, but they're on like 32 games, something like that. Unbeaten. Mills gets the win over Lowell Catholic, 34-8.
So 3rd and 2 after the incomplete pass. 2:33 show on the clock. There is 1 receiver near Milford's sideline, 1 receiver near Barnstable's sideline, 2 running backs with Coffin. Here's the snap. He's going to give it straight to the running back behind him, and of course it's Dyer, who's going to easily get the first down and break off a tackle, push his way towards the 20-yard line. He'll be downed at about the 23. Great run right there from Dyer.
Well, Dyer's been seeing the field really well so far. He's been finding every single gap he needs to find, and he's just been unstoppable. And it hasn't been an unstoppable in a pounding type of way. He's just been dancing around the Milford defense.
Timeout Milford. They got one left, and they have to make a big stop with 2:24 to go here on MyFM 101.3.
We can do amazing things when we work together. That's why at Charles River Bank, we're passionate about lending a hand to help businesses of all sizes grow. From lines of credit and term loans to commercial mortgages, we offer a range of powerful lending solutions, as well as local decision-making, guidance, and support from lenders who measure their success by helping you achieve yours. Charles River Bank, personal connections, powerful solutions.
Back here at Barnstable High School, 2:24 to go here in the third quarter. Barnstable marching again. They're looking to make it a 3-possession game. They have 1st and 10 just outside the red zone at the 22.
Yeah, they're willing. If they can kill the rest of this quarter, they're going to be really happy. They're going to be in no rush. They've been running the ball really well as well.
2 receivers near sideline, 2 receivers far sideline. Coffin in the gun. Gonna fake the handoff to his running back. He'll cut up straight over the middle, and he'll waltz into the end zone. 1 play, 1 touchdown after the break. It's 27-6. Barnstable running away with this one.
Yeah, that one was just way too easy. And again, coming right out of a timeout for Milford. Can't be allowing a touchdown off of that one. Coffin's been dangerous, and he finally finds himself in the end zone.
Barnstable has scored a boatload of points all season, and tonight is no different. They have 27 pending 28 on the board here with 2 minutes to go in the third. As they line up for the extra point. Here's the snap. It's a bit of a high one, but they do get it down and right through, of course. 28-6 with 2:18 to go here in the third quarter. Milford, what do you have to say about this on MyFM 101.3?
Do you want your business, team, or family to look their best? Head to the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design. From shirts to hats, cups to flasks, if you can dream it, they can stitch it.
I'm John, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. We're right here in Milford, and we love helping local schools, teams, and businesses show off their pride. Big or small, we've got you covered.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
Back here at Barnstable High School, where they kick from right to left. They've scored 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter. It's 28-6. Red Hawks over the Scarlet Hawks. Another deep kick where it's fielded, and now taking a knee is Milford. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Deja vu, Dylan?
Yeah, a little bit of deja vu. It wasn't the first drive that Milford scored on, but it was in the first half, and it was close in the first half, and now it's been broken up by the run game, and that's exactly what happened last week against Natick. They kept things close, and they actually looked pretty good defensively, despite a couple of big plays from Natick in the run game in the first half. And it's almost exactly the same. And now, Barnstable's just been able to run all over them, and they had that same issue last week. And more they run, the more tired this Milford defense gets.
Second half has been an issue here the past couple weeks for Milford, as they're going to have to try to get some points quickly here. Double reverse this time, and they're going to give it to the wide receiver who cuts up the field to the 40. That's one of their biggest plays of the day, and I believe it was Fenimore.
Yeah, Fenimore did a good job right there. Finding it, I wish he could have found that extra gear and really broke out down that sideline. It looked open. They had the entire Barnstable team shifting this way. But I will say a good play call right there to try and get this Milford team going. They need that big play and need to get down the field and need to do it relatively quickly.
21 yards on that double reverse. Minute 45 to go in the third quarter. Milford has to score quickly if they want to remain in this game. Oserbo from the gun is going to take the snap, and he'll roll out quickly. Going to stop and throw over the middle. It's caught by Fenimore to the 30, and he's hit by the referee. They both go down. hopefully the referee is okay. There's not really much you can do as the back judge in that situation.
But regardless, hopefully the back judge is okay. Another big play from Milford. Lacerbo able to gun one across the middle towards Finnemore, who was breaking through and taken down. And I mean, it wasn't
Dylan. All three people are banged up on that play. The referee, Finnemore is holding his knee, and I believe it was the cornerback who was also involved in that collision who was a little banged up as well. So all three people on that play are a little bit banged up. Hopefully everyone's all right. Finnemore does come off. He's limping pretty heavily.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay because he's been really big just these last two plays. But nothing against the back judge. I mean, Finnemore was getting taken down anyways. It just happened the back judge was there too.
1st and 10 from the Barnstable 28-yard line. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff. They're going to do a quick out screen to, I believe that was Rosenberg.
Yeah, it was Rosenberg trying to get him involved, and good to see Finnemore trotting back out there on the field.
Gain of 2 on that play, not much. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from about the 26. There's a minute to go here in the third quarter. Milford still working deliberately. Finnemore is still, he's out there, but he's limping pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to have a hard time keeping him out of the game. If he's even 70% good to go, I think he's going to try and get out there and do something.
2nd down, 8 to go.
Once you start running, you kind of don't feel it anymore.
3 receivers on the near sideline, 1 lined up over on the far sideline. There is Buentello next to, that's Buentello. No, it is Buentello next to Lacerbo. Lacerbo is going to throw a swing pass over to Atherton, who's trying to work his way up the field. And he'll get down at about the 25. If Milford wants to run another play, they got to go quick. There's 19, 18, and 17 seconds.
I think this is probably just going to get taken into the fourth quarter. I mean, we'll see. They're gonna have to. Yeah, there's no way they're getting in this playoff.
No, that's going to do it for the third quarter. Milford looking to score quickly when we come back. It's 28-6 Barnstable on MyFM 101.3.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com where comfort wins.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Third down and 8 as we get another fresh 12 on the board. It is the fourth quarter. Milford down 22 points to Barnstable. Joe Rice, Dylan Patemry bringing you live action as Milford quickly gets to the line. 3rd and 8 from the 28. Lacerbo looking to throw. Now he tried to run. He didn't have much of a lane, and he'll just kind of dump it, and it's caught on one hand.
Oh, my goodness.
Complete to Finnemore. I'm not even sure if that was even intended for him. I thought he was just throwing that ball away.
I have no idea, but I can't believe what I just saw. Finnemore just reached up with his right hand and pulled that one down. That was ridiculous.
That was the best gain of 6 I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, 4th down and 2.
I mean, he sure doesn't look hurt right now. I say as he gets pulled off to the sideline. I mean, you can't make this all for naught, though.
4th and 2 from the 21-yard line. Lacerbo.
I'm still speechless. It was crazy.
Lacerbo calls the play. He'll break the huddle. There are 2 receivers lined up on the far sideline, 2 receivers lined up on the near sideline. Buentello's lined up next to Lacerbo. Wouldn't be surprised if Buentello's name is called here. Man in motion, it's Atherton. They give it to Atherton, who's looking, and he's got nothing. He's brought down behind the line, and that's a turnover on downs. So with 11:44 to go here in the fourth quarter. Barnstable will take over on my FM 101.3.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Flood Fire Pro of Franklin is proud to stand with our local athletes. From floods to fire, they restore more than property, they restore peace of mind. Visit floodfirepro.com, supporting our high school football team all season long.
$11:44 to go in this one, unless Milford has a miracle in them. It's 28-6 Barnstable, and they have the football after a turnover on downs. Pistol formation here for Barnstable, as Coffin has it along the sideline, and he might waltz to the end zone here, to the 40, to the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, one play, 77 yards. Coffin on the touchdown. It's 34-6.
Wow. That's the gut punch right there. I mean, he fakes the handoff, and practically everyone from Milford believes it's getting handed off. And what does Coffin do? He keeps it himself, and he shows off the athleticism, and absolutely no one was catching him.
Kyle Coffin puts a nail in the coffin for Barnstable. It is 34-6 Redhawks over the Scarlet Hawks. 11:30 to play, as they attempt to line up for their 5th extra point of the night. Snap perfect, kick perfect. 35-6 Barnstable with 11.5 to play on my FM 101.3.
This broadcast of Milford Legion Baseball is being brought to you in part by Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, providing quality products and exceptional service to the greater Milford community. Oliva's will make your party one your guest will never forget. Whatever your special occasion may be, a stop at Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop is a must. Try Oliva's homemade sausage. Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, the freshest cold cuts in town.
Back here at Barnstable High School, and things have unraveled quickly here for Milford. It is 35-6 Barnstable. A 29-point ball game. And at this point, you're working for next week.
Yeah, you got to get some points on the board. I mean, you've only scored 12 points combined the last 2 weeks, the last 7 quarters, about to make it 8. Get some points going on the board.
Kickoff from left to right. And we're going to get a stoppage here as there is a flag.
Probably offsides, I would assume, if it's getting called dead. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it was right at the line. So I would assume it's offsides.
I mean, not that I haven't shown that Hagen Diaz has a leg. Is it a 5 or 10-yard backup? 5 yards. Now, if he could get a touchback here.
Well, kickoff will be at the 35. Diaz attempts to line up again. Milford standing right around the 15 as the kick is a low liner where it's recovered right around the 17, 18-yard line, bobbled. And now Finnemore has a lane as he's right around the 34-yard line where he's tacked down.
Yeah, so he was able to, and it looks like a player is down for Barnstable. I think it's number 22 who's limping there, Dante Chisholm. Must have got at the bottom of the pile. It was kind of a weird kickoff right there. Like you said, it was
I think
a
he
line
tried
drive,
to kick it into the end zone. I think he tried his hardest to kick it into the end zone.
Yeah, it did look like that. And a lot of times when you try and do that, you end up hurting yourself a lot more. And it kind of turned out to be more of like a knuckleball.
So it'll be at the 35. First and 10. Atherton lined up on the near sideline. One receiver on the far sideline. If I had to assume, it's probably Finnemore. Pistol formation this time. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to Josh Buentello. Buentello gets a lane for the first time all night, and he gets the first down to about the 48-yard line.
I mean, that's exactly what you want out of Buentello right there. I mean, you haven't really seen it this entire game. It was the first time he was able to break through a hole, and we saw a lot of that earlier in the season, and as the season's progressed, you haven't seen it as much, and whether or not that's a result of not really having anyone else in the game with Jason Stokes out to really produce towards the outside or be a threat, but they just haven't been able to make those holes for Buentello.
Under 11 to play here. 2 receivers on the near sideline. Acerbo from the gun. Going to give it to Buentello again. He's going to cut over the middle. He will get into Barnstable territory right around the 47.
Yeah, another solid carry from Buentello again. If you can get him to get 5 yards each time, you're gonna be golden. And I know that the run game does nothing right now, but the odds of coming back in this game are basically none. So you're just trying to get your offense going and doing something right to bring into next week.
Yeah, you just want to string together a good drive here. 10:20 to play. 2 receivers on the over towards the Milford sideline. 1 over towards the Barnstable sideline. Acerbo from the gun, going to give it to his running back, number 40, who cuts quickly up the middle to about the 34-yard line. That's a new running back, but that is Kaua Reese?
I'd say Kaua Reese.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen him this year.
I don't think we've seen him at all this year. I mean, he is, and I think we're just getting an official timeout. Looks like just pulling someone off. I mean, he's a freshman running back. You're down by a lot. Does it hurt to give someone else a chance?
He's got quick
he looks
feet.
explosive.
He's got quick feet, that's for sure.
We'll see what he's got. He's in the backfield once again here.
Under 10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Acerbo again in the shotgun. Reese to his hip. And we're going to get a stoppage as Barnstable might have had too many players on the field. They're going to take a timeout here on MyFM 101.3.
It's time for the Reynolds Report, your local sports spotlight on MyFM. From Friday night football and basketball buzzer beaters to the unsung stars of field hockey, track and field, and more. I've got all the highlights, scores, and stories from around the MyFM listening area. Stay up to date with the Reynolds Report and read more at myfmtoday.com. Local sports covered the way they should be, only on the Reynolds Report on MyFM.
Back here at Barnstable High School, it is 1st and 10 for the Scarlet Hawks at the 34-yard line of Barnstable, the Red Hawks. Acerbo still in the game. Reese going back out there for some more action. We'll see if his name gets called upon a little bit more here. That was a nice run on his first touch from what I've seen.
I think it might have been his first touch of the year.
2 receivers far sideline, 1 near sideline. They do give it to Reese, who's got another hole. He's going to push past the 30 to get to about the 29.
He looks shifty out there.
He does. He's quick. He's got quick feet.
He's also very
small.
short.
Yeah, he's
small.
smaller, but that's honestly beneficial when you have a big offensive line.
Yeah, he's able to kind of maneuver and weave his way through.
So 9.5 to play here. Got about 5 or 6. Second and 5 from the 29.
Just looking at the team that's out there, it doesn't look like it's Barnstable's backups. It looks like the same unit they've had going all game long.
Reese still out there. 2 receivers near sideline, 1 far sideline. Early movement. Do we have a jump on Barnstable this time?
Yep, marked offsides.
Yep.
Is that going to be a first down? It might be right at the line.
Another game the first. Again, no measurements tonight. There's been none.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it would have been, like, really close to being inches. But, I mean, at this point, I guess it doesn't matter too much.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24 of Barnstable as we tick under 9 to go. 2 receivers are going to be lined up on the near sideline. 1 receiver on the far sideline. Acerbo takes the snap, and he's going to give it to Reese, who avoids a tackle and gets down to about the 20.
Yeah, he tried to kind of juke his way around and got hit midair. You can tell that one hurt. He's limping a little bit. Welcome to the big leagues.
That's for sure. 8.5 to go. First time Milford's been in the red zone this half. First time they've really put together a drive this half.
Yeah. Looks like getting a couple other players some chances in there. Logan Snadden coming in, as well as Brian Vosleel.
Atherton lined up on the near sideline as well. As snap, and Reese is going to be stacked up way behind the line that time. He probably lost about 4 or 5.
Yeah, Logan Snadden is in at quarterback right now as well. He was just put in for that possession. We'll see if he looks like he's going to take over at the quarterback position for the rest of this game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I would want to finish this drive with the starters.
Yeah, I mean, I would have at least wanted to leave Lacerbo in there for the rest of the drive.
Either way, it'll be 3rd and about 9. Snadden at the quarterback position. And I believe that's a new running back. Can you get the number on that for me, Dylan?
Yeah, it looks like Cameron Zickerman.
All right, Zickerman
16.
Is the running back now, and they do give it to Zickerman, who's got a bit of a lane. He's pushed towards about the 21, 22-yard line. 7:15 to go here.
Yeah, just trying to give some players some runs. See what you got in your team. I mean, you're not gonna risk anyone getting hurt now.
No, certainly not. Under 7 to go. It's about 4th and 7, according to the scoreboard.
It's 4th down. 4th and 7.
Snadden, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I would say if Tyler Stewart was healthy, this is a time where I'd like to see what he's got in the arsenal as far as kicking. But obviously, he's out for this game, so you're going to try and go for it.
Would be a 39-yard field goal if they were to kick from here. It's at the 22. Here's a snap. Snadden is going to roll out. He's going to look to throw. He dumps it off, and it's complete right around that line to gain, but I think he's short. So the completion was to number 81, Jackson Lindsay. But again, I think he's short. So that'll be a turnover on downs, and Barnstable will look to close this one out with 6:28 to go on MyFM 101.3.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
Football game, hometown pride, and American Climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
So it looks like Barnstable is also going to run some new names out there, as I'm seeing some smaller bodies go out there.
I see
for
a
the most
big
part.
body out there.
For the most part, there is one big body out there.
I think big isn't doing justice.
It looks like he's a center.
He is the center.
So Barnstable will take over 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line as they will hand the ball off quickly. And pushing past the 20 to about the 22-yard line is Cam Franklin.
Yeah, it looks like the new quarterback in is Logan Barrett, the junior.
Logan Barrett will be the quarterback. 6:10 to go, 4th quarter. Barnstable cruising to a 4-0 record. Milford will drop to 3-2. 3 straight wins. A very impressive win in Leominster, and things have just not been really the same after a couple injuries.
No, and they're going to have to go ahead and head on the road once again and take on a tough Attleboro team as well.
That'll be next week. We'll bring that to you live on Friday night.
Correct.
Barnstable will run the football again, pushing for 1 or 2. Is Franklin again.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised to see them really throw the ball at all here.
Yeah,
I think they're trying to kill as much clock as they can.
So again, the second half, Dylan, is a point of focus, I think, going into next week.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look strong. But I think the other thing, too, on top of that, I mean, you got to look at putting points up on the board. And I think it's really putting points up on the board in the first half so that you come into that second half a little more comfortable as well.
Well, and that's the thing, too. I mean, Milford, they score a long touchdown to make it 7-6. They don't convert on the 2-point conversion. But then you give up a back-breaking touchdown with 16 seconds to go in the first half. That was the game changer.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
3rd and about 3 for Barnstable as they snap the ball, and they'll get the snap off, and it's a nice run here for Barnstable as they get past the Milford 40 down to about the 33. That's a huge run right there from Felipe Pinero. Hey, I got that one right.
It's always tough when they empty the bench because you got guys all over the place, guys that you might not have intended to really call, but nice job, Joe. Yeah, big carry right there.
Except they're going backwards. Bit of a hold.
Yeah.
Still a first down, though.
It is still a first down. But oftentimes when you get a big run like that, and then there's the flag, hold is probably the call you want to be betting on. We'll see.
So it's all the way back to about the 39-yard line of their own instead of Milford's territory.
Yeah, so about 5 yards beyond the line to gain. Gives them, honestly, more time to run the clock out.
We're under 4.5 to play. Barnstable obviously in no hurry at all. Milford just kind of standing around waiting for the play.
Joey, the crazy thing is that if I'm not mistaken, this is only my second time ever on the Cape.
Really?
Yes. And my first time was this summer.
As a frequenter, that blows my mind.
I know. I was going to say, you always come down here.
I do come down here quite a bit. I've never been to Barnstable High School. It's a beautiful venue. It's a lot of it's a great facility, as there's a handoff and no real gain on that play.
It is really, really nice here, and as we mentioned, the hospitality is really nice. I mean,
yes.
when we came in, we were welcomed. We were given our spot to set up. I know I feel bad for Ty, who has to be weathering it out there out to the side of us.
He bundled up. He's all right.
He's doing well. We gave him a slice of our pizza. Don't worry. We didn't give him any water, though. We said no water for you.
I'll give him my cookie because I don't want the cookie. I'm watching my calories. I'll take the popcorn, though.
There you go. You can take the popcorn home with you.
No, honestly, I'm not watching my calories, but I'm just not much of a sweets guy. I like salty things. 2nd and 9. 3rd and 15. Or 3rd and 15. 2nd and 9. 3:15 to go. Tells you my focus level. High snap it is. Given off to the running back, but you'll only get about one.
Yeah, good stop there from Milford. As it's basically all a formality at this current point. As the clock continues to wind down, Barnstable's just going to keep running the ball, and they're going to be cruising to another victory.
It'll be 3rd and 7. There's about 2:40 to play currently. Make sure you stay tuned here for the post-game show brought to you by Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center. At your service, customer focused and ready to help. And if you tune into that post-game show, you might have a chance at the Pepperoncini's player of the game as well. 2:25 to go. Barnstable has not snapped the ball yet. They've just been kind of standing around at the line. They're trying to waste as much time as they possibly can. Now they'll get ready to snap the football. They will. A bit of a high snap, but again, handed off. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage is Barnstable. Should be about 4th and 7. We'll see if they punt for the first time.
I would assume they would punt. I don't see why you would risk just giving the ball over.
Punting unit started to run out there, and then now we'll see what they do.
They might just let the clock run as far as possible and call a timeout. That's my guess.
They're all huddled up along the sideline as if there's no real rush. Now they'll run out the punting unit, I believe.
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like Diaz is going to punt this one away. This is his first opportunity. I'm curious to see how this goes because he's been launching the football all night.
Yep, we're going to get a flag first, though.
Delay game.
I think too many men on the field again.
It's happened twice so far for Barnstable.
He wanted more room to punt the ball.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably asking them to keep doing it. He wants to see how far he can punt the thing.
Are they trying to run the clock down like Belichick did?
Yeah. Time does continue to tick. There's a minute 20.
Zickerman's the deep man to return.
Again, just standing along. You're not missing any action when I'm silent.
I think they're just waiting for the back judge to put his arm up.
Here's the snap. It's a low one. High end over end. It's kind of short, though. It'll bounce at the 45. Big hit right there from Milford as the ball continues to roll. And there's a live ball here. I think it might have bounced off a Milford player.
I think it did.
And Barnstable might regain possession as they do come up with it. One referee pointed saying it's Barnstable football. We'll see what the official ruling is.
I think Milford kind of just fell asleep there, and it hit off of a Milford player, and we'll see what they rule here.
I've seen both. I've seen referees point in both directions. So.
Same right here. So who?
I'm gonna go with Milford retained possession because I'm not hearing any cheers. So I'll take that as a.
And I did just see Milford's ball thrown out there, I believe.
Yep.
So it must have missed the Scarlet Hawk.
All right. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Milford from their own 41. 53 seconds to go in this one. We'll see if Milford just kneels it down or maybe they attempt to get some points here.
I think they'll try and run a couple plays with the players coming off the bench. Give them a shot.
Snadden is in the shotgun. 2 receivers far side, and he's going to take a knee. So despite being in the shotgun, he's going to kneel this one out. I think they have to run one more play unless they just call it a quits. Both sidelines are lining up, and that'll do it, I believe.
Are they just going to...
No, they're making them play it, I think.
I got to tell you, snapping in the shotgun and kneeling is the weirdest thing ever to me.
It is unique, that's for sure.
The
referees didn't let him just end the game. They're going to make him play one more snap, and that'll do it. Snadden goes down to a knee. So final score, Barnstable 35, Scarlet Hawks, Milford Scarlet Hawks 6. We'll come back to recap it all quickly after these words on MyFM 101.3.
Want to make your event unforgettable? Let the 101.3 MyFM event marketing team bring the energy and excitement. Whether it's a festival, corporate event, or community celebration, we've got you covered with live broadcasts, DJ equipment, rentals, and more.
We'll work with you to create a custom bundle that fits your needs. Visit myfmtoday.com and fill out our EMT request form. Let's make your next big occasion one to remember. Together with MyFM.
Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? The Brewer family welcomes you to enjoy their delicious, freshly prepared entrees. Galliford's is not just a restaurant, but a culinary experience, featuring family-style New England comfort food. Check out the Daniels Room, a private function room to accommodate any occasion needed, even a wedding on the grounds of the zoo. The holiday season is waiting for you at the zoo. Go to Southwick Zoo's website to check the date and times of the all-new holiday experience. Make Southwick Zoo and Galliford's a holiday tradition.
Do you want your business, team, or family to look their best? Head to the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design. From shirts to hats, cups to flasks, if you can dream it, they can stitch it.
I'm John, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. We're right here in Milford, and we love helping local schools, teams, and businesses show off their pride. Big or small, we've got you covered.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
I need new glasses, but those chain stores are all the same. Rush service, limited choices.
That's why we're at Joseph and Thomas Opticians. They've been in Milford for over 38 years, and their selection is amazing.
Wow, these frames actually fit me, and they're helping me pick the best lenses for my lifestyle.
That's the difference. Personal service, great quality, and no pressure.
You're right. Forget the chains. This is where I'm coming from now on.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
You know that amazing feeling when you hit every green light on Main Street? Woohoo! Take that feeling with you when you start shopping for your new home. With a mortgage pre-approval from Milford Federal, you've got the green light to find your dream home. Why get pre-approved? Well, peace of mind, competitive edge, and savings. With your pre-approval, Milford Federal will pay for your appraisal when you find your home. And with your pre-approval in hand, it's nothing but green lights through closing. Appraisal fee to be credited at closing. New purchase, construction, or refinance customer only. Offer cannot be used in conjunction with any other discount. Offer must be confirmed with application. Valid 2/24/2025 while offer lasts. Offer subject to change at any time. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 465956. Visit your local branch today to get pre-approved or apply online at milfordfederal.com.
This high school broadcast is being sponsored in part by All Temps Systems. At All Temps, they deliver the highest level of quality for your comfort. Experienced technicians, customer-first mindset, and upfront pricing, all at All Temps. They service all brands and are licensed and fully insured on all services performed. Have All Temps service all of your home comfort needs for you and your family. All Temps is your #1 team. All Temps Systems, Pond Street in Milford.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com where comfort wins.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Kick it!
Back here at Barnstable High School, where Barnstable really smokes Milford tonight, for lack of a better term, Dylan. It is a 35-6 final. Barnstable outscores Milford 21-0 in the second half, and that's kind of the story for the second straight week.
Yeah, it's a tough loss, and it's going to be a long, long bus ride back for this Milford team. A lot of time to reflect and think about how today went and look at the rest of their schedule. And the good news for this Milford team is that they've already gotten 3 wins. Right. They're 3-2. Yep. 3 wins is what you need to make the playoffs. But I mean, you don't want to close out the season losing the rest of your games. You're going to hope that maybe you can put together a win or two in the second half of the season. And that's the good part as well, is that we're right in the middle of the season. At least this isn't the end of the season when you're starting to hit a wall. I think they kind of started to find a little bit about what was working for them, but I still think they've got some ways to go to figure things out. I honestly think they might be more of a passing team than a running team.
Well, we will see as the weeks progress. They have a game next week against Attleboro. I want to welcome everyone on in to the Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center post-game show. At your service, customer-focused and ready to help. That's Milford Nissan. I do want to say, Dylan, this Barnstable team can score.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they look amazing out there. The passing game was all right. The running game was really what was impressive. I mean, especially in the second half, it looked like they kind of found a second energy into the second half and found second life. In the first half, it looked like they weren't really getting much going. Obviously, they broke out that big touchdown, Dyer, and he looked like he lost 0 stamina the entire game. He looked just as good from the beginning to the end when he took his last snap.
He certainly set the tone early. First drive of the game, he scores a 68-yard touchdown, and that actually did put Barnstable ahead for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it didn't matter the rest of the game, and then, Milford pulls out their trick play, and guess what Barnstable does? They go into their bag of tricks, pull out the rabbit from the hat, and go with it was like a reverse or a jet sweep pass down the field wide open, and then ever since that point, it was really all them.
Whatever you can do, I can do better. That's what Barnstable said. Total points so far this season for Barnstable: Week 1, 49; Week 2, 33, which is their season low. Crazy to think about. Week 3, 41, and here in their 4th week of play. 35. So they are a machine. They have some great names offensively, and one of those names is the Pepperoncinis player of the game, Dylan.
Yeah, for sure. And while Coffin was really good at the end of the game, and he looked solid throughout, really managing that team, had a big 77-yard touchdown, we got to give it to Dyer, who was absolutely electric out there. I mean, like I mentioned, he was good from the beginning of the game all the way to the end. So our Pepperoncinis player of the game, if you want to go ahead and give a call back, it's Jason Dyer. He had 2 touchdowns. One was a little shorter than the other by about 67 yards.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just the touchdowns that he was doing. It was getting big first downs. It was finding the holes in the team and just getting 6, 7, 8, 9 yards on the carries without really any issue and dancing his way around the Milford defense.
What do you say we start packing up?
Yeah, we do have a long drive to get on home, and we got the morning show, The Buzz, that we're going to be doing, which is it's going to be nice and civil tomorrow morning, I'm sure.
I'm sure it'll be very, very civil. Tune in to hear just how calm and cool and collected we all are.
And then we're going to have the game tomorrow as well.
We do. We have a game tomorrow as well, 1 o'clock, be at BVT against Millbury, so make sure you tune on into that. Actually, don't turn the dial after 9 a.m. You'll be all set.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that's going to do it for us here at Barnstable High School. For Dylan Patemry, for Ty McCormick behind the camera, for Nate Merwitz back at the studio, I am Joe Rice. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to MyFM 101.3's coverage of high school football. Brought to you by Milford Federal Bank, Joseph and Thomas Opticians, Milford Regional UMass Memorial Health, Crystal Pool and Spa, The Embroidery Bar in Milford, All Temps System, Milford Hardwood, Oliva's Market Catering and Gourmet Gift Shop, Pepperoncinis, Winks Salon and Spa, ABC Air Heating and Cooling, Milford Tire Service, Southwick Zoo, American Climbers, GNC Plumbing and Heating, Flood Fire Pro, Modern Design and Build, and Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center. Now we send you back to your regularly scheduled programming.